Crunch.
Hello, everybody. You get to hear
Hey, everybody.
the blip
Hola,
of my
¿cómo está?
Windows, of course, had to make a loud notification right when I switched. Thank you.
Of course. Like, yeah, of course.
That's Windows saying, yes, we are live.
So,
It's here
Chris
now.
just wants to be part of the fun.
welcome back to Adventures in the Everywhere. And,
They're everywhere, see.
you know what, for
Adventures in
funsies,
the multiverse.
everybody but Maddie, because she wasn't there last week, rolls a d6.
6.
Potato.
5.
8? Is that what you said?
I said potato.
Oh, I think you said 8-0, and like, you get 80 on a d6.
I mean, he
Mind,
does.
man.
He's got 1 intelligence. He doesn't know what it is. Yeah.
It's true.
3.
Well,
I rolled this many.
Dagger,
Yeah?
what happened last time?
Oh, fuck. I thought it was high as... okay,
Yeah,
alright.
high goes. You got number 6.
Oh, shit. Anywho, yeah. Shit went, sideways. We took out Tezzeret. We killed him. And for a short while, Baron had a specter following him around. I'm gonna assume he's not with you anymore.
How long does that last normally?
Until a long rest.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess your unwilling unconsciousness counts as a long rest.
The longest rest of all time.
Yeah, so we did kill Tezzeret. That worked. We met a god of Amonkhet, apparently, who gave Baron a cool ass sword. Spear. Made also changed his alignment and gave him some new weird personality quirks. We made our way back to Ravnica. Realized that shit went sideways. Apparently, the Circle of Eight did obviously not succeed in killing Nicobolus. We went to try and regroup with whoever it was that was trying to defeat Liliana, just in time to see them retreating and all of us blowing our high-level spells, because we were like, we're gonna go help them defeat Liliana, and they're like, no, retreat, turn around, you wasted your spells. Mordekainen flew past us, made eye contact, and then plane shifted out of there like a little bitch. Made our way back to the Boros Legion Fortress in time to learn that apparently the Circle of Eight did not survive. Mordekainen was the only one that did. And I believe we were led to imply that he got mind whammied and he might be part of the reason they're dead. Jace?
I believe all you guys know is the Baron flew up, or he teleported there.
Oh yeah, we don't actually know how Nicobolus got. When all of this shit was going on, the Baron saw that they were retreating from the fight with Liliana, and he decided to enact his failsafe, which is apparently plane shift the tower that or Darius probably the beat. Plane shift the tower that Nicobolus was standing on to where exactly was it again?
The spire and the outlines.
Where there's no magic, which means neither of them could plane shift back. Unfortunately, Nicobolus took the opportunity while Baron was plane shifting to feeble-mind him. So for a while, for an indeterminate amount of time, the Baron has been falling in a black abyss and then landed in some strange place that he doesn't know where he is and he can't understand anything. Yeah, he also fucking snorted 5,000 gold worth of diamond dust. And took 2 damage from snorting diamond dust.
To be fair, about 1,000 gold worth of it is in his hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, also threw it in my face.
Yeah,
His hair is so shiny.
Also lost the cool ass spear, unfortunately. And last we left off, we were in Boros Legion trying to regroup, figure out where the hell the Baron is, figure out what the hell to do next. Oh yeah, and then when we were like, okay, did Jace make it out? He's alive. As soon as we saw him, he turned invisible and went off to sulk. So,
Classic
Dagger
Jace.
is under the impression that every single archmage we've ever met that isn't Azra is a little bitch. They're all useless cowards. Yeah. And I think we were about to take a long rest.
Yep. Because I scryed on Baron and
Yeah.
saw only him falling. Saw
Yeah, in
saw
hindsight, that
darkness.
maybe shouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
The gods were kind to us. So,
And that's when it pans to this amazing place of Twin Peaks, where the skies,
Not Twin Peaks.
God damn it, Kevin. Shut up.
where not that Twin Peaks, the sky is the ground and the ground is the sky, as there seems to be two different worlds.
Oh, these squares make a circle. Oh, these squares make a circle.
And the Baron is riding Betsy the cow. Blood coming out of his nose and mouth. And Betsy is more or less she just like walks forward. And she just seems totally not caring at all.
It's a cow. It's comfortable.
The weird big creature looks so. Since you don't know what a cow is right now, looks at you, and then it looks over at these other smaller creatures that were nice enough to give you a place that is warm to be, aka the barn. And you see them talk to this creature. It does not make noises back, but it seems to understand more than you do, to say the least. And the cow goes onto this place where there's not as much the green stuff that's coming out of the ground. It seems a little more level there.
What is green?
As it slowly trots you forward, and you hear the nice little jingle of whatever is on its neck, aka cowbell.
I need more of it.
As the big fat cow starts taking you down the trail. You see a lot of things you don't really understand.
Oh my fuck! I'm Don Quixote. I'm riding a broken down farm animal, and I got oh bye.
You're in a conquistador outfit, you have a wispy beard, and you're riding a cow down the road.
And my mind's not working properly.
And your mind is not working properly.
Do I see any windmills to attack?
Windows?
Windmills.
Just don't give him a lance and everything will be okay.
There is some tall spinny thing in the distance, up a hill or two.
It's a dragon.
Give me an animal handling check.
Is that
I know
intelligence, please?
technically you can't really take actions, but
No, you can take actions.
Oh.
Okay.
You're just an idiot.
It's wisdom based.
You're
exactly
pure-
the point.
Instinct. There's no reasoning or sense of self. And I rolled a 19,
Oh,
so 21.
Attack the windmill.
Betsy
I attack the darkness.
Attack the dark.
Betsy lets out a noise, and she starts heading towards the direction you were trying to lead her.
My mind is thinking that is dangerous. It spins.
And
It's not right.
as you're moving through there, you notice she gets to the really tall plants that seem to be all in like a weird formation, aka it's crops. And she stops, and she trots her way around it, making sure not to mess with the crops at all. And as she's going across, there's a small, like waist-high cobblestone wall going around the crops, and a tiny little red creature with a giant fluffy tail and big ears and a really long narrow snout pops up from the field and walks along the wall, and it starts making these weird chirping noises at the cow, and the cow starts moving back.
Does it seem aggressive and hostile?
Nope.
Huh.
You notice overhead as you're trotting through there a creature that kind of looks like the thing you're on, but it has golden fur. It's a lot smaller, and it has 2 pairs of wings. and a really long nose. And it flutters down to you, and it goes, blah, 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 blah.
Oh my god, it's a holy thant.
Yeah, like, winces back and flutters back a little bit. And then it takes its trunk and it pokes at you back. Blah, blah, blah. And the cow's like, blah, blah. It moved really fast. Just...
I'm as smart as a lizard, so...
And since
And
time
I got
is
the
not
charisma of
relative
one.
for, and since
Oh,
time
shit.
is really not relative for you right now, you're living in the now. Hey, you're at the thing you were looking at earlier.
Yeah.
What are you trying to?
I punched the spinny thing. It's dangerous.
Oh, okay. You punch it once. Roll to hit.
Not 20.
Why?
Okay, the
Thank
crit
God it's
table.
not a
The crit
monk.
table does not affect objects. So
Why am I rolling so good when it's useless?
the wall actually cracks a little bit, and the cow actually gets kind of concerned and like moves you away. And that's when you see that gold fur thing appear again. Except this time it's a lot bigger. It's way bigger. And suck. And with it you see what looks like those smaller creatures from before, except it's a bit taller. It has wings. Blonde curly hair, and it seems to be glowing with light. And it flies down to you, and you, since you can tell what friend from foe is, this is like at top peak of like friend. Like you don't think this thing could ever willingly try to harm you in any way. And offers a handout to you. Yes, it is the shape of a friend.
Just look at it, it's like...
They let you lick them. But it seems like not a,
Fade to black.
not that. But they
Oh
pat,
yeah, your charisma's terrible now.
but they let out a weird noise, aka a chuckle, and they pat you on the head. And as they pat you on the head, all the shiny stuff falls out of your hair. And you notice your nose and mouth don't hurt anymore, as it has stopped bleeding.
Don't.
Yeah.
God damn it.
The being lets out a sigh and puts a hand over your nose, and you feel your nose not hurt anymore, and it has all the shinies in its hand, and it puts the shinies away. And offers that same hand to you. Not a single drop of blood on it.
It's like...
Okay. As you
I'm
put your
not
hand
quite
down,
sure a lizard knows that when you put your hand out, too. So it's like... Because I have no logic or reasoning.
they grab your hand, and as they do, despite them being really... I don't even know if you know what skinny would be. Despite them being not very, well, strong looking, they pull you right off Betsy. But you land on your feet just fine.
Reaching out for Betsy.
Betsy starts walking back. And that being puts their hand on your shoulder. And you hear him say, actually, you can't understand any languages at all of any
I don't
kind.
think so.
You can't comprehend any.
Yeah, it's...
Because this being can speak all languages, but if you can't understand any, then it's moot.
Unless it speaks dumb. Can't cast spells, activate magic items, understand language, or communicate in any intelligible way.
Okay. They say to you, "Flom flom blom, chum blom," and you can't help but think you're supposed to follow them. You notice that they are barefoot and wearing white robes.
Wait, did they have to make a handle animal check on the Baron?
They auto succeed.
Handle animal. Come on. And he's like...
And they lead you into off the path and lead you into the woods, where a bunch of creatures in the trees and stuff pull like some Disney fairy tale things where they like come out and they look at you and stuff, and they're all just like, yeah, and they're being all friendly and stuff. A little blue jay just flies over and lands on your shoulder for a moment, then immediately runs away. Meanwhile,
Roll to hit the blue jay.
and then the camera pans up past the trees, past the tree line, up into the sky, and you see like a blimp that's upside down that a gnome's piloting. And then it just keeps going, and then it eventually gets to Ravnica. And the Flying Fortress. So, everyone in the city seems to be more of just like post-World War II levels of we're just trying to get our shit back together. Everything got blown up.
I'm celebrating that they're alive.
Yeah.
Okay, boomers.
You do notice some very barbarian-esque type people, which I think is the Gruul clans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They are the only ones that are really like, yeah, we won.
So, shit went bad at the end there.
We still don't know how long the Baron's going to be wherever he is.
We
I
don't
could
know.
try scrying again, but I'm not sure it's going to work this time.
I don't think there's anything we can do.
So, I feel like last time, did we try to scry on Liliana and we didn't actually do it, or we did and we didn't understand where she was? We might have talked about it and actually didn't do it.
It's possible she could be protected from such things.
It's possible, but we'll never know unless we try it. So a couple of things. I kind of doubt Nicobolus. So whatever he does, he's not coming back here because this plan went to shit. And none of us are going to be stupid enough to fall for it again. Because the call wasn't to stop him. He set that up. It was a trap.
Yeah.
Right.
And no one's going to be dumb enough to fall for that again. But at the same time, we need a way. He's going to try again. Like, that's what he does. He breaks worlds. I saw him do it to Amonkhet, that Varth, that city that we saw destroyed. I saw that in the Baron's memories.
Hmm.
He turned that land into a wasteland, and he ruled them like a god.
So if that's his overall goal, his goal
his goal is to become a god.
Spark that people have gotten.
He wanted to. I mean, that's the same thing that Azra wanted. They consume souls, become uber powerful, become gods. I guess.
I don't know if that was necessarily Askrak's goal. I think Askrak was really.
I don't know. I just know that he was consuming souls.
Yes, but to him that's like breakfast.
Either way, his previous plan isn't going to work, so he's probably going to lay low for a while and figure out what his next plan is. In the meantime, we need to make a plan before we all leave, because if we all leave, we're never finding these planeswalkers again. Because I know like 3 planes that we've been to that aren't like ours from, our world. We're never going to find these guys again. So we need to try and set up some way of communicating with each other across planes. Well, I mean, I guess sending will do it, but you don't have enough spell slots to contact every person.
You notice
I wonder...
one of the planeswalkers that looks like he just seems like he feels the most defeated of all. You see the dude with the that had the black blade sword that he was being so boisterous about.
Gideon.
You notice, with his sideburns and everything, and he is just over at it. You notice him over at a table, and on this white sheet are just fractions of a sword, just bits. And he's just sitting at the table, just looking at it, just kind of like how you are right now, where it's just like he's just tired.
She's gonna walk over. So I suppose it broke when you hit Nicobolus with it. This isn't Jace we're talking about. I don't actually know. I wasn't there. I was on a different fucking plane.
Yes. Unfortunately. Just like everything that we threw at him, it turned out he already had a plan to counteract it.
Yeah, I think...
I might be invincible, but doesn't mean it didn't shatter my spirit.
I think this whole thing was his plan.
Right.
Yeah, we thought this was where we end it, and he this was what he wanted. He wanted us all here.
We must be vigilant of his actions. Whatever he did this time did not work. Whatever he is going to plan is going to be just as elaborate as this one.
That's the thing. The best way. We need to keep an eye on what he's doing.
You were with,
obviously.
You were with one of the old
Baron,
old Planeswatchers, weren't you?
Yeah, the Baron.
Where is he?
I don't know what he did, but he's the one who took Nicobolus away. I think he plane shifted him somewhere.
Him and the whole building plane shifted somewhere. I didn't get a good view. Something about a really tall, flat plateau.
Wherever it was.
Well, last time he joined us against Nicobolus, he somehow survived that, apparently. So if he could survive that, I'm sure he's alive somewhere.
I'm fairly certain he's alive. Our issue is just getting to him, because he would have plane shifted back to us by now if he could. Because he might be a little bit of an asshole sometimes, but he's an asshole that's our asshole. Anyway,
you all seem quite powerful and capable.
We thought so until yesterday. Did we have a long rest at this point yet?
No, not
or is
yet.
it? Oh,
this
okay.
Is maybe a short rest time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of very dangerous items on Ravnica that probably shouldn't stay here. And we are looking for other planeswalkers that would be able to take it elsewhere and protect it.
Well, we know a lot of planes that you guys don't know about. I think our multiverses...
Are we destroying these items or hiding them?
I mean, we could come up with ways of doing both.
I think Jace wanted to keep them in case he could use them later for Nicobolus. We got this immortal sun.
How big is the immortal sun?
What does that exactly do?
I think that's the thing that was keeping us here.
I need to not be in here. I need to get some fresh air anyway. So I'll just show you in person. Why don't you?
Yeah.
Why don't we join?
Gladly.
Why don't we grab Pegasi and I can fly you there?
Okay. We're all gonna get Pegasi.
Azra has given everyone a cat, by the way, because she doesn't know how else to contribute.
Emotional support cats.
Yeah.
Fun fact: in the War of the Sparks series of cards, there is one that is like a cat specifically. It's just a random cat in Ravnica.
Nice.
And it's the artist's cat.
cat.
The artist's cat I follow on Twitter, and his cat passed away, and it's a picture of his cat. Yeah, I'm sorry to make it sad, but I thought it was kind of a cool way to be able to.
No, yeah.
There's a really cool way kind of right.
It's like a planeswalker cat or something stupid, but anyway. So
we have
what? Azra, you just see the most majestic flying horses here. Any that you could choose.
Maddie's dying.
Do you pick any specific one, or?
I pick one that looks as similar to Morty as I can get. So, like, if it has patches and all, like, purple in the wings.
You know what? You actually do find one pretty darn close.
Hell yeah. I remember this in case I need to cast Phantom Steed ever again.
Okay. And, you know Pegasi are smarter than the average horse, anyway. So you guys fly off, and it takes you to some random tower up in the, I already forgot what district it is, but it was the one where you guys came in initially, actually.
The
With
10th district?
All the,
oh, the Selesnya.
precinct. Sorry.
We're in Selesnya area, I think, with the big tree.
Yeah, but you guys head to the more academic area, the one that had, like, the goblin scientist and everything.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
And you guys were, like, near the bottom of the base of this tower, and he has you fly up to the top of this tower. And as you go in there, it's this big open, almost like a ballroom, almost. Kind of like the structure of the towers in Breath of the Wild, but much more grandiose. Where it's like this big, giant ballroom-sized floor. But there's just archways. There's no real walls, so to speak. As you fly in, you lots of spots to land Pegasi. The interior has a ridiculously giant stand, and up on top of this stand is a huge slab of stone, and in the middle of it you just see this weird looking arcane device that has a bunch of triangular and circular patterns in it, and you immediately recognize it as some of the same symbols you saw in the Baron when he tried to contact you guys on the ship, when he tried to teleport back to you.
Yeah, I think this is what was keeping us trapped.
And Gideon, I think you guys already know, but he would have re-explained anyway that this prevents anyone from planeswalking away from the plane it's on, but only when it's activated. Currently, it's turned off.
So, could this not theoretically be used as a trap to trap Nicobolus somewhere?
That was the original plan, but it turned out he wanted to trap everyone here with him.
How big is it?
So big.
It's at least a large-sized stone slab. I looked around. They just say large stone slab.
How are we going to get it there? Because the only person that can plane shift stuff is the Baron. Well, if we use a gate, we could carry it through, right?
That's true. Yeah, we could do that.
A gate? You mean like Tezzerets?
Oh, yeah. She can do that too. That's actually how we. Is that how we kicked his ass? Didn't she cast gate in his belly?
Yeah.
Then I was right to ask you. After all, would you be fine taking this somewhere?
Oh, I actually think we might have a use for it back home. Oh, Hydra can't come home.
If we kill her,
the City of Glass is going to be pissed for a while for us holding up traffic, but it at least means that she can't escape.
We're trying to leave.
It at least means that she can't escape back into our home until we kill her.
Oh my god, you're so smart.
And then we just gate it back to wherever the hell we need to go.
Keep in mind, this would affect the whole plane.
Yeah, that's why I said the people in the City of Glass are going to be fucking pissed for a while because all those gates are going to shut down.
I'm not the smart one Jace is, but I would be I wouldn't activate the thing unless I absolutely had to.
Now, theoretically, it can be turned off just as well as it could be.
Also, I have no idea how to activate it. I just know Chandra got
love this device.
That's actually true. Yeah, Orth would fucking love this thing. So Jace knows how to work it, or does this Lady Chandra know?
Well, Chandra deactivated it. She shot a bunch of fire. It's kind of her thing.
I mean, for what it's worth, if the fire is how you turn it off, we're kind of covered on that. So that's kind of her specialty.
Oh.
Yeah, like on one hand,
most It's fine. I think most of us are grateful that you stayed around to fight this impossible odds.
I mean,
most of the
fucking
planeswalkers
no one else
just
did.
left.
Yeah.
Once we took
Well, for
away
what it's
their
worth, we're pretty
ability,
shitty planeswalkers. We're still kind of learning.
Yeah.
Also, would you mind joining our League of Planeswatchers, called the Gates Watch?
If that means we get better communication about what's going on,
That
means
was
we'll
the
better
other
be
thing I
able
was
to
thinking.
help stop Nicol
So I was
Bolas.
thinking, whatever we had before, that was great. No, I think that was Jace's voice. Was that Jace's voice we heard in our heads that did the call?
No. That was the electric guy.
Is he dead or not?
No, he's not. He actually
Okay.
Gideon would explain, I guess, if you ask, that he actually deactivated the beacon that was spamming that by overloading it because it was designed to never to be turned off.
Okay. So I don't think that's going to work again.
And he's taking it to to a different plane, so the beacon can't be used here again.
I think that we need better communication, but we need communication over a long range that's more than just sending a pre-recorded message. I had an idea for like a small device that we could have, like a coin or a rock or something, where that we can basically make it something that's easy to scry on and track. So that if one of us runs into Nicol Bolas, we can activate it and everybody knows where he is. I understand that that's maybe kind of dangerous for a lot of people, and a lot of people wouldn't be willing to carry around something like that because it would make them easy to find. But if it makes finding Nicol Bolas easier, then it might be worth it. Or, I don't know, like sheets of paper that we can use to communicate.
Oh, thank you.
All over the place.
That actually helps a lot. The only stuff I found said stone slab. That is not a stone slab at all.
It's the thing floating.
Yeah. It's a giant. It was more like a giant, almost like a gear.
Oh shit! Yeah.
It looks like a gigantic version of the stone Mayan calendar.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. It's like the time gears from Pokemon.
It's because it's from Baron's. It's from Baron's home plane, the jungle place you guys went.
That's not his home plane.
Or where you're the one you were visited the most.
The second one shows it activated floating.
Oh, is that it floating over his head?
Yeah. And then
that's what. It's not a gear. It's a fucking. It's the crown.
That's actually.
Oh, it is a gear.
And the final one is what it looks like, just looking at it straight on.
I apologize, folks. I'll have some of these pictures up for. Yeah, the one straight on is the only one I saw, and that doesn't help at all.
It's because it's actually depicted in ones that aren't its name. Like, here's another one of it active, and rather than kind of what it looked like from a distance. So that's what you actually were looking at.
Here.
Apparently.
Oh shit! Oh, it's a straight up fucking beacon glaring into the sky. That's cool.
Supposed
For those at home.
So there is this one
For those
thing
at
that
home, here's the card that shows it activated. It's the thing in the middle of that giant blue sphere.
Yeah. Now, this is according to Magic Gathering Gamepedia. It has the in-game references, so.
Yeah.
There you guys go. Boom. Right there. Okay.
So
that's huge
thing.
size. That's not large size. That is huge size.
That's definitely huge size.
There
Because it
is
was actually
another
bigger
thing.
than Nikki's head.
Wait a minute. Oh shit! None of us know on large reduce, do we? Damn.
Well, if you could make one of those gate things,
how big is the
we
gate,
can
though?
we can definitely get people
So
to help
big.
move it through the gate.
That's true. Yeah.
The gate's as big as you need it to be.
There is one other option. I've heard of a magic spell. It's called Sequester, and I don't know how to cast it, but I bet someone around could teach me or could cast it. But it'll like secret it away somewhere, so that we can just recall it whenever we need to.
The other thing is we do know several places in our home where we're from. What the fuck is the name of the plane or the world
Abertoral.
in Toril or Abertoral? Nicobolus has never gone there. None of you guys ever have, so hopefully it's kind of, out of his realm of he would never think of going there. We know a bunch of people there that are relatively powerful. They're a shitload of wizards on top of. We could maybe see if like Candlekeep would be interested in putting something there, or like one of the bigger temples of
True.
Selune.
It's a great way to get Candlekeep destroyed, though.
I mean,
you have a lot of books you need to read.
You all know that the place is just filled with archmages.
That's the thing.
That's true.
We need somewhere where it's not just hidden, where it's protected. Because great,
everyone
it's
asks,
hidden.
Everyone asks like, why aren't these like archmages doing stuff? It's because they're all in Candlekeep. Like, I gotta read my books.
Yeah, like you and I know how easy it is to use high level magic to just find secrets. I can just fucking sit down and have a cup of tea with some incense, and I know all kinds of secrets. They're gonna know where it is. It needs to be not just hidden, but protected.
There's a way using a ring that a human or a living being that can wear rings can become non-detected by scrying.
Well,
and this works against all forms of scrying. Could we theoretically not make something like that for this device, so that it could be hidden from even Nicobolus's sight?
Don't try to put the ring on the
on the big ass, huge size gear.
It's like mashing it against. Like, do it.
As much as
I'm just imagining Azra just taking off a ring and chucking it and just.
Yeah.
it took a lot of work to get the black blade fixed, but it is a very dangerous weapon. Would you feel better taking that instead?
Are you sure that it does everything it was supposed to?
Yes.
I've heard a lot of myths.
I killed one of the god Eternals with it.
Oh, okay. Well,
it is.
My issue
is powerful enough to kill an elder dragon. None of you know what that means.
I think I've heard the Baron mention it before.
Well, it shattered when you hit Nicobolus with it, so I don't necessarily know if that part of the myth is true.
Well, who knows? Maybe he had an anti-that sword spell. I mean, Tesseract had fucking 2 counter spells in his pocket. I've never seen that shit before.
Well, I mean, he did use some sort of object in order to
Yeah, these guys are playing with an entirely different set of rules than we're used to.
Magic on Faerun never worked like it did ages ago.
Magic on Faerun resets every 5 minutes.
What color do you pull from?
We do not operate by colors on Faerun or Abertoral.
See, we have these things called 7 schools.
Yes. There are 2 basic forms of magic.
School, which is where I went.
Arcane magic. I play towards Madi.
Oh well,
and divine magic.
I think based on what the Baron has told me, and from the handful of history books that he's shown us, I think that Varth here prefers green mana. Azra probably prefers red. And I'm somewhere between like white and green and blue, maybe? I have no idea. I'm kind of the...
Out of character, white and blue, I would think.
Maybe, yeah.
Because blue is pursuit of knowledge.
White blue,
right?
But maybe a bit of green, just because green is also like super where a lot of the buffs are, and that's...
White also has buffs.
That's true, yeah.
It's color bleed.
Yeah, so white blue probably.
Remember, there's bleed between...
Yeah, the Baron was... Wow. It just occurred to me that we had all colors represented, basically. You're black mana, Azra's red, Varth would probably be green, and I'd be probably white or blue.
Do you know of any way of resurrecting a dragon?
I know a way of... I know a way of.
Since,
I mean, we have
since you seem to
spells that
come
should.
from such a different plane entirely that you don't even use
We
the
have spells
colors.
that should.
You don't use colors for magic.
No, our spells should.
How long has it been dead?
I think it should work on anything. It doesn't have to be a humanoid, Varth.
I believe Miv died about 24 hours ago, I think.
I will need to briefly shift over to a different plane for a minute.
Hang on, Varth. I might have it. I've got
Roll
resurrection.
D6.
Because I know that True Resurrection needs 25,000 gold pieces worth of diamond dust.
Well, we might need.
And I know of a plane that is made entirely of diamond dust.
You've never been there, though.
Varth,
No, but I did hear about it.
We might not need it because I've got resurrection prepared, and I have the spell component for it at least. I think. No, I don't. No, I do. I have a scroll of resurrection actually. Resurrection. He returns to life with all its hit points.
What does it specify? Humanoid.
Oh, let me check. Dead creature. Been dead for no longer than a century. Didn't die of old age. Its soul is free and willing. Returns to life with all hit points. Neutralizes any poisons. Cures diseases. It doesn't, however, remove magical diseases, curses, and the like. However, he has a -4 penalty to basically everything that is reduced by 1 every day he rests. But he'd come back.
Yeah, it should work.
Can you use? Oh, I assume.
I'd be willing to. Yeah. I mean, is he one of those, like, what was it, eternal dragons? What were you calling him then? The elder dragon?
I never remember his name. I always think it's like Niv.
Niv Mizzet.
Well, the
eternal flame.
He's a dragon. I'm not sure if he's an elder dragon. They're usually in the
don't
plane
think
of
he is.
Domiria, and this is Ravnica.
To be fair, in order to cast that spell, even the scroll, it did cost 1,000 gold.
Wait a minute.
To make it.
What? Say that
But
again.
we would be
Varth?
willing to use that on the dragon.
Oh no, that scroll. We don't need to spend any money on it. That was made when we made the scroll.
No, I know that. I was explaining it to. I was explaining
yeah.
it to the doesn't know how resurrection works guy.
Oh, I see how it is.
Hang on, I might.
That was out of character.
I know. I'm
No, so it cost about 1,000 gold pieces of diamond dust to make that scroll, but we should be able to use it on the dragon and it should bring him back.
For resurrection, it was 1,000. I have to ask Kevin. I don't remember what, but ages ago for Midwinter, the Baron gave me a book on one of the planes, and I want to say it was Dominaria.
The Izzet would gladly pay 1,000 gold. That's trivial to bring him back.
I mean, yeah, I get that, and honestly, we can use any help we can get. Where is he?
Where's the dragon's corpse?
Let's go.
Hop back on the Pegasuses and.
They're just standing around, and they're chatting with each other. But you, what languages do you guys know?
All of them. I'm lying. I don't.
They're speaking in Infernal. I don't understand what they're saying.
Common, Odomu, Draconic, Abyssal, Primordial, Celestial. Yeah.
You hear them talking to each other in Celestial.
Who's talking to each other?
The Pegasi.
Huh.
Just kind of just like,
The Pegasi talk to each other in Celestial, apparently.
They're just like, about that weather.
Like, why the long face?
God.
I also speak Celestial.
Kevin, remind me.
Oh crap! Here come those human things again. All right, act natural.
A million years ago, during Midwinter, Baron gave Dag a book on one of the planes. Was it Dominaria? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. We were discussing elder dragons and if Niz Mivet is one.
He is not.
Yeah. So,
they are specific to that plane. I thought.
There are 2 elder dragons left, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, no, Dagger's gonna have to use the scroll because actually I didn't use my higher level spell slots for the day. So if we can find 1,000 gold diamond, I can use it and not spend the scroll. Because if I use the scroll, then I save the scroll for when I'm out of spell
I pull out some
slots.
diamonds from the bag of diamonds that the little kid gave us.
I think all of that was with the Baron, though.
That was the dust. I think he gave us some other ones, didn't he?
Oh, if we're able to find, right?
All I need is a diamond, like these,
It
and I'll
was
pull
a
out
small
the.
child.
I'm gonna pull out the diamonds that I have for Revivify. It's like this, but I need a lot more of them. Actually, I don't have enough diamonds for Come here a second. I'm gonna look at my spells because there are a lot of spells that require diamonds, and I have them.
All right. Well, meanwhile, back in the upper planes of a more familiar multiverse for me, Baron, you are being walked through these woods. The ground is, well, you're wearing boots, so you probably wouldn't be able to tell, but you're pretty sure you don't need to wear all this stuff. It's kind of getting in the way.
I don't know how to take it off.
Nope.
I've been using my pants as a bathroom for a while now.
Probably. Somehow it's somehow has not been an issue since you got here, but you don't know. So you continue traveling with this person for who knows how long. Even though they have wings, they walk with you, and they seem to guide you almost like a parent guiding their child.
He doesn't understand that analogy either.
Nope.
Keep trying to pull away when I see something interesting.
But since you got that, like, you can discern friend from foe, and you got your wisdom still intact. It's almost a parental kind of vibe you're getting from them.
I just keep walking. I just keep walking. Just keep walking.
And they eventually lead you to another one of these creatures, kind of like them, except this one's shorter, like the ones at the farm. She's wearing wood brown clothes and has a green cap on. And she seems to be in, you know, like there's normally like a hole in the tree for like an owl or something. She's just sitting in there, and she opens her eyes, and and seems to acknowledge this glowing creature that escorted you here, and they both make noises back and forth to each other, and she seems to goes to walk down, and one of the branches kind of turns into a slope, and as she walks down, and she goes to examine you. And she seems kind of worried. You notice her go like, as she realizes you may or may not have done some things in your pants you'll regret. And she waves her hands around. As she waves her hands around, you swear you can see like the little magical shines, almost like fairies. You know, got that fairy fire kind of look to it. And she, like, kind of giggles seeing you do that, and she just goes, boop, to your finger. And as she touches your finger, your intelligence and your charisma come back, and everything's back.
Ah!
You do not remember anything. Baron, you were suddenly in the woods. You see a gnome lady next to you, a diva next to you. And
hey, girl. Oh boy, it doesn't matter. It's a diva.
Pretty much, it looks like a gnome, but angelic. Unlike what they have in the monster manual, I would say, depending on what realm they're in, is what they would look like. What god they serve.
Yeah. Mytopia.
Yes. Are you... How did you fall into this place?
Well, I was on a different plane, battling a evil maniac.
Mr. and Mrs. Skip Kettle mentioned about how they just found you here.
Yeah, so I was at Ravnica. I was battling a great egomaniac dragon who was trying to conquer the whole universe, like they do. And I was like,
the angel just sighs and has the same
like,
opinion as you do.
"You gotta get out." I got to.
Dragons.
We were having an issue, so I was like, "Hey, I'll take him to the spire of the Outlands." So I went there and started to use my mighty powers to rip the building he was in with him to the Outlands at the spire. And that's the last thing I remember until I woke up here. Though I do remember having a weird taste in my mouth and something about a cow.
Yeah, you might have done some things you'll regret, but
I can feel that.
everything's all right now.
I can feel that.
As you
Looks down at his
suddenly,
pants.
notice that, let's just say your pants are clean.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, technically, prestidigitation says you can soil or unsoil an object. So all they have to do is prestidigitize your pants, and they're unsoiled.
Yeah, I think that might have happened before I got hit by the spell.
Probably.
Well, thank you for your kindness.
It is not very often that I've been able to guide someone who wasn't dead. And who wasn't a gnome, of all things.
Well, I'm mostly not dead.
Apologies. I never told you my name. And I never got yours.
Oh, that's okay. I accept your apology. So, I'm going to be trying to find my friends.
Alright. Have safe travels.
Yeah, you too. What, do I owe you anything? I've got...
No, you
I
don't.
had some diamond
No,
dust
you
on
don't.
me.
You don't owe us anything.
What happened to my diamond dust? And did you see a spear that was near me? Yay long with 2 points. There's a bident.
They mentioned nothing about a spear or a weapon around you.
Huh. Yeah. And I didn't. What happened to my diamond dust? Wow.
How much diamond dust did you lose?
Few numbers in me. 5,000 was it?
You seem unsure, but you are telling the truth.
I don't remember. It was diamond dust. I didn't really weigh it.
Wait here. And he goes to fly, and he takes off and past the trees. You notice, since it's not super dense, you can see, like, up above, he flies up, and you notice an Hollyphant fly over, and they discuss something, and the Hollyphant goes off somewhere. In a few minutes, it's back, and it's got, like a saddle on it, and it's got, like, a bag with it, and the angel takes it and comes back down. And says,
That is a really fast-winged elephant.
yes, Hollyphants are really good at delivery.
Yes, I know someone who calls it Hekazoon.
But hopefully these diamonds will be fine for you. And you open up and it's 5,000 gold worth of diamonds.
Oh.
Gotta chew on them to make sure they're real.
Hold on. Yep.
Con save. 0 hit points.
So, like,
You
so.
the nostrils of your soul are damaged forever. Anyway. Well,
What year is it?
there are no years in this realm.
Shit, that's right.
I'm sure you'll get back to where you need to be.
Yeah.
As long as
shit, you have no way of... No, I'm not there.
as long as that's what Wild Wanderer lets happen, I guess.
Eh?
He's not really concerned too much with time.
Oh,
The gnomish god of the woods.
Okay. So I will plane shift to. I'm like, I don't know how long it's been. They might have left to go to Candle Keep, but they might have went to Ravnica.
Well, give us a holler if you need any help. Any more help. Safe travels.
Mm-hmm.
And he flies off into the sky.
What a friendly gnome with wings. And I will plane shift to the last place I knew my friends were. Nowhere, because I have no friends. But Ravnica.
Yeah, it was like the middle of the battle on some hill in the city.
Do you plane, since you've been there multiple times, where exactly in Ravnica do you? Where
decide.
Where the temple was? The Boros Legion's flying fortress?
Did we have a fallback point?
No.
The fortress. That's where we regrouped.
See? No fallback point. No plans. Totally.
Ah!
Did you just close your finger in the lid?
No.
Right, so, you...
I thought you got rid of the feeble mind.
So I will...
In 4 rounds, you teleport there. Or shift there, I should say. And, your allies are nowhere to be seen.
Hello?
Yes, what? A random soldier in this fortress. Wait, where did you come from? Oh, you must be one of those planeswalkers.
Yes. First question. Did Nicopolis disappear and get defeated?
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Oh, about... I think our records say about 10,000 years ago. I'm just joshing with you. That was like earlier today. Meanwhile, Cat is like dying.
That one time when the NPCs
and then it just goes to new title pan. And it's like The Baron's Adventure in the 12th edition of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, at that
Baron's
point,
John through time.
At that point, Katrina will be like, Blake, walk across the parking lot, slap
Smack.
Johnny.
Oh yeah, you know, we're having our annual spell plague because you know we're in 12th edition now, so it just
Right.
happens
I
every year.
mean,
every
It
other
kinda
edition we have to have
does.
one. Yeah.
Okay. So have you seen a
All magic goes through feathers now.
somewhat plain, like, archaeologist woman, a
you
person
think I'm
walking around
plain
that-
looking?
plain looking?
She looks like a plane. That's kind of
No,
offensive.
no.
I don't think she's that heavyweight.
Damn.
He's an archaeologist, goes by the name Dagger. A being made of water named Varth. A woman with horns that are purple that has fire.
Say no more. I saw them go with Gideon on the Pegasi.
Do you know where?
Nope.
That direction. That's
way.
helpful on a city
That way,
planet.
probably over there. Is it? He points to the really huge tower where the Is It League is.
Is it a Mo there? I can't tell. Do you have an extra horsey for me to borrow?
I mean, we got an extra Skyrock.
How does a rock fly in the sky? I mean, it's big. It's made of like stone and stuff. It just shouldn't just
Yeah, we
fall.
haven't
As you
actually run into a
see
rock.
nearby a large-sized bird that already has a...
Oh,
They're
Still has
not
a
normal
rock.
birds, though. They're definitely not.
No.
Pioneers used to
weird as
ride
shit
these
looking.
babies for miles.
No.
so
That's,
I will.
that's funny you say that, but you're high enough level druid, you could probably pull that
I
kind of
could
stuff
actually do that, yeah.
Can I borrow that?
off. Yeah, sure.
Okay. It's friendly.
It just looks at you.
Ish.
Have you never
Jump on the back. Yeah.
have you never flown one before?
Not a rock. I've flown a rock, but not a rock.
One of his friends comes up and is like, okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to like slap it on the face a few times just to make sure it knows who's boss.
They're weird. They don't.
Yeah. So cool.
I roll an insight.
You know.
Okay.
He got an nat 3.
Nah. Yeah.
Animal handling check.
Watch now. All my rolls are
Are
going
gonna be
to
garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you've got your diligence.
You go
back.
you go to
Oh.
you go to gently pet it, and you just bam. Oops.
Nat 20. So
What the
that
fuck?
is a 25 now.
I'm just imagining the way
As-
the children greet dogs. It's just like pet, and they're just smacking the dog.
As you get on the is it called Skyjet Rock? I think that's what they were called.
Some are, yeah. I think so, yeah.
And it goes to fly off. It poops on those
Oh,
guys
trying to-
since you got an at 20.
Wait, it says jet. Whoa!
And the rest
It hackazooms!
and the rest of you, as you're about to leave with Gideon, and he was going to show you where
Let me
Where
show
the
you
Niv was
the
at.
world.
You just see coming towards you on a flying bird, the Baron.
Holy shit, he's not dead.
I just like smack Dagger.
Dagger sees this.
Ow, fuck, I see him.
Dagger sees
I'm
this.
the one who pointed him out.
Yeah, a half a mile before anyone else.
Yeah, as everyone else is like 10 minutes later. What are you talking
Like,
about, Dagger? I don't even
looking-
Oh.
Looking,
Yeah.
I know
I'm
that
gonna cast-
You also see.
obnoxious, sparkly armor anywhere.
You also see. Hey. You also see a orphan like 10 districts over picking their nose in the back alley.
It's like a Terminator robot vision. It's like
Yeah.
enhance.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Sending to the Baron and be like, dude, fuck, is that you? What the fuck? Ah!
Also,
That's it.
Baron, it does feel like it's been years. You might have actually spent years in Bitopia.
Explain when I get closer.
But time doesn't
But it
matter
isn't.
there.
She just wanted to say hi.
So I just pull up.
Gideon has the biggest smile on his face and looks back at you and says, "See, I knew he was alive."
You had no idea. Okay, no, he did have. We did.
This dude
I just shove a
took
cat
a
in
freaking giant energy magic thing from Nicol Bolas a few thousand years ago. Come on.
Okay. So where did you send him? Where did you send yourself?
Hold on, I'm trying to parallel park the bird.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, that's
But
little.
it's just the bird.
Yeah, the bird's like beep beep beep
Yeah, yeah.
Get off. Okay.
as it playfully trots backwards like a horse, even though it's a bird.
Well, I tried to transport him to the spire in the center of the Outlands. I don't know what happened. I basically was like, went to use my power, get hit by the spell again, and then I woke up in Bitopia with a gnomish diva and
A gnome,
Heliphant.
and a
Must
gnome
have done something to your memory.
and a gnome druid.
Yeah, he feeble-minded me, so my mind was
Ah, that makes sense.
again. And I'm
Will
not
a ring
sure
of mind
the
shielding
details
protect
between.
you from that?
Yes, I should get one of those.
It seems to
I
be
just
the
chuck in
thing
mine,
he
which I
keeps-
picked up off the floor. I
Smells
can't
like
use it right
Mordecai.
now anyway. Oh.
It seems to be the thing he keeps getting you with. I think perhaps we do need to have those if we're ever.
It's
Yeah,
actually
he
not
kinda-
the one that one
Well-
kind of gave me, just so you know. That was a different one.
Well,
Yeah.
is he dead?
I don't know. I have no recollection between teleporting the
I
building
think we
away
need to
and
rest,
waking
but
up.
we can scry on him.
You see,
Actually,
time is
you have
weird
two,
in
right,
Outlands.
Azra? Two of those mind shielding rings? Whoever scries on him should be wearing the ring.
I've only got one, because the other one was destroyed when I used it.
That's
When I
right.
when I died that one time, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, right.
I've still
But-
got it. It's on a chain, like, underneath my clothes, but it doesn't do anything anymore.
But Nikki has been defeated. His plans are ruined, and
Yeah, he's not going to come back here at least.
I think I remember hearing legends of a way to beat him. But we need to go to the library somewhere, so I can confirm it.
Library!
First though, we did have
And I feel really well rested. Not a long time, but it's pretty good.
We're all
Gideon
just,
had-
like, bleeding. Good for
yeah,
you.
yeah. Gideon had mentioned that there's like some stuff here that might need to go into.
We were thinking of, since everything was here in Ravnica,
Open door.
and Nicol Bolas was able to use all of them simultaneously against us, it's probably better that we actually keep them away from each other. So
we were thinking it might be smart to hide one or two on Aberturil since.
Ooh, hide what?
Well, the Eternal Sun, the Black Blade, I think, that he tried to kill Nicol with.
Wait, didn't you say that thing kills gods?
Lots of things kill gods. They're not that hard to kill. You
I
saw
say
like
it's
7
Gideon.
undead gods just walking around that died.
and then there was only
Are
5.
they real gods, though?
As Gideon looks really proud about himself.
Yeah, why wouldn't they be?
I don't know.
I
mean, we've run into a bunch of things calling themselves gods that were actually, like, maybe gods, demi-powers,
A lot of them were just
whatever.
undead.
A lot of them were hoping, they were trying to be gods.
They're powerful beings that take worship
Get in the
and give
club.
back stuff in return.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how gods work.
A true god actually contains a bit of a divine spark, something that mortals do not have.
They had divine
What
spark.
allows them to live forever and
They were immortal until they died.
actually grant spells to their followers.
Aren't we all immortal until we die?
That's the secret.
To be fair, they did not die until they were killed by other gods that were in control by Nicol
People
Bolas.
die when they are killed.
Let's see. And on your plane of Abiaturel, did not Kosif or
Yes. Some
And,
gods have died.
um,
Anyway.
Mistra died 17 times.
Yeah, Mistress died a lot.
And then
Anyway.
It's been
Anyway.
5. Yeah.
Anyway,
She's like, I think I'm gonna try magic. Oh no! Spells like
not again.
I did it again.
5th time's a charm, guys. I got it right this time.
So we were discussing that before we leave and we put these strange artifacts in different places, we should have a way to communicate amongst all of us. Considering it would take forever and more spells than any of us have to cast sending to everyone.
So you want an interdimensional way of
Well,
communicating.
the beacon.
As I
The
look
beacon's
at
the
the
only.
broken beacon.
The beacon's the only thing we had that could do that. That's not really portable, and there's only
Yeah,
one.
no, I'm not talking about the beacon. I'm talking about something else. Because the issue is, if say we use the beacon again, only that person knows. So they have to hope that they're the one that finds Nicol.
Ooh. We could get this. Use the beacon as a base, and then create smaller things that can receive and transmit from the beacon that we can carry around.
What I was
and
thinking-
the beacon would be on one plane, so we can go through the beacon and then to the other things, like some sort of central, like
Like
some
a
sort
thing
of
that orbits, like a
Central
a
hub of
satellite.
communication.
yeah.
The other thing I was thinking is it doesn't need to be anything elaborate. We don't need to be able to send full messages, just like a hey, he's here sort of thing.
pulse.
So like if we had a coin that it just a something that can activate all at once.
I'll be right back. You guys continue.
As we're
Something
gonna
like
start
that.
looking at the Immortal Sun beacon to see if she can figure out any semblance of how it works and like how we could distill it
Well,
into a similar thing.
No, it's not the Eternal Sun that did that. It was the beacon that did that. The Eternal
yeah.
Sun is what was keeping us trapped.
I got past that before.
Yeah, you're unique. Also, it yanked you back by the dick earlier.
I know.
Yeah.
It hurt. Have you ever
Yeah, I
yanked
was
it
just
back
gonna say that
metaphorically
it
by
might
the
be
dick? It
worth
hurts.
No.
beacon to see if we can figure out how it works.
Oh, to fill you
know where
in,
it is.
Baron,
Well, if we need
Mordekainen's
to combine
a
technology and
cockwaffle.
magic, we might be able to use Latan. The Lantanese wizards have combined magic and technology for a long time.
that's true.
Maybe
They do that a lot
could
here.
reactivate the beacon.
Niv Mizzet. I think I remember.
He's dead.
Didn't. Well, we were
about
going
to
to be
bring him
heading
back.
to his body to resurrect him.
Oh, on your Aberturel, the
Yes.
Halurian wizards?
I think
They're
that's just
pretty
what I think that's
advanced
what
too.
Varth literally just said.
Right,
No, he
yes,
said
we could
Lantan.
ask Halru as well.
There's Lantern and Halu.
Mm.
Lantern is near the water hydra, and the other one's
Yeah.
further away.
Cat butt.
Sorry.
Um.
What? Oh, yep, there's a cat. It's Garfield's cat butt.
So to catch you up, obviously the circle failed. Most of them fell. Mordekainen survived and then fucked off without us because he's a dick.
As you do.
Yeah, Jace is still around, but last time I saw him, he went invisible to go sulk, and I haven't seen him since.
As you do.
Yeah, pretty much the only one that's been useful so far is Gideon.
As you do. But he's the
like
least
waves
liked.
from the corner.
I don't understand why. He's pretty chill. He isn't like...
He's white.
So...
White mana. People just don't like white mana people. They always want the edgy black mana or red mana people.
Yeah.
So I just looked straight at Gideon.
Yes.
The other thing that I had considered is a sort of thing that I've been...
Cat. There's a cat. Look.
Cat.
Cat.
No, cat.
Boy.
Is he biting you?
No. I'm holding his legs.
Oh, it looks like he was just like, gnawing on your arm. The other thing that I considered was the thing that I had thought of for keeping in touch with Azra and maybe the kids back in the orphanage, a sort of book that, well, a pair of books that I write in one, and whatever you write in one appears on the other.
What if you can't read?
Well, then you're bone zone, but most of us can read, I'm pretty sure.
Same languages?
Comprehend languages is a spell that you can learn.
Kids
And
can
even
learn
then, if
that?
you see anything in the book, it's
The
like,
children
okay,
are
sometime.
learning to read. We will figure that part out. The children are learning to read. I'm talking about trying to use that same process for here. We have one in each of the major planes. We have one here in Ravnica. Ravnica is a central place. People hear about it here, they're gonna know.
Oh,
Well, you know
We
what
could
the
even
fuck
make
I'm
it
talking
like
about,
a
my
stone
man.
tablet or something so that it's not a book, so that it doesn't matter if it gets wet. Like words would just appear on like a little tablet that
Yeah.
you can just carry.
Or something that
It would look like this.
Kern might know something. Kern?
Yeah,
Him and the Weatherlight crew used to
I
go
vaguely
across
remember you
lanes.
mentioning him. But first, let's go see if we can help
Yes.
Niv Mizzet. I'm gonna use
Who?
the scroll. The dragon. Is that not his name? Are we saying it?
Nah,
right?
I'm just messing with you.
You're a dick.
I elbow him in the ribs.
You know,
Why
I
am I
almost
not
shed a
a
tear
dick?
for you,
That's nice.
and then I got over it because I was immediately then spotted Mordekainen noping off like a goddamn dickweed.
When you arrive at the dead body,
Well, to be honest,
it's
he
about
did
the
kill his
size.
friends.
It's about the size of a building. It's collapse of the floor of one. As the dead bodies just sprawled there. You see a bunch of goblins, but these goblins are quite different than the ones you are used to, mostly because they are not barbaric, so to speak. A lot of them have on very steampunk-esque attire. They all look like more how you see gnomes. They seem more like tinkerers than anything.
Yeah, I think.
Well, you guys have met one of them.
Yeah, I think Mizzet goblins were the first creatures that we encountered when we came to Ravnica when all this shit started.
And like one of them, like they're all just kind of gathered around the dead body, and they're just like kind of all sad. And you just like one of them pulls out just like a handkerchief and just in their giant goblin nose.
Dag's gonna use the broom to sort of fly over to where the face of this dragon would be.
He was such a good guild leader. What will we ever do without him?
Well,
We won't be
hopefully you
without
won't
him
have
for
to be
long.
without him.
Ooh, doesn't this mean the last surviving Prion is Rakdos? Man,
Who?
that guy's a survivor.
So what?
If only there was a way.
Founder.
If only we had an invention that could bring back life. But no,
It's called...
but remember, Bizbot, equivalent exchange. You cannot make a life without taking one. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember my cousin lost an
that
arm.
noise.
Actually,
Watch this, bad boys.
we could bring him back quite easily.
Oh, dang.
Is he human?
Oh, but it is impossible.
He is
Oh,
not a
woe is
humanoid.
us.
I'm like,
I'm just gonna get everyone to like step back from the body a little bit and give
bring
Dagger
back
some
the
space
dead's
to work.
not that
Dag's
hard.
gonna sit her stuff down and start
I was
the
doing that over 10,000
hour
years ago, you losers.
reading of Resurrection.
Oh, it's because they don't have access to the white mana.
There's
These are
no
red
divine
leaves.
magic. Yeah.
No, they have- Yeah.
No, they have divine
White-
magic.
You see, what you
but
call
it's all
divine,
druids,
we call
isn't it?
usual magic.
I don't know.
Baron, you know the Izzits are just, they're more crazy
Like,
experimenters.
That
They're
guy
red blue.
definitely looks very paladin-like.
Who?
Like half of the Boros Legion.
You mean,
they have access
you mean
to
all of the Boros Legion?
Not all of them. Some of
Is
them
it-
are fighters.
In your realm, you divide
Yeah, fighters that can
Divine?
smite. Yeah.
Yeah.
and arcane. Here, it's all one and the same.
Mm.
That's strange.
As you're reciting the spell,
It's because we're all gods in ourselves. It's very uplifting.
all of you can, all of you see quite a spectacle as white lights seem to come out of the planet itself, and they seem to coalesce and weave around a scroll and fit to that specific the specific prayer. I'm not sure if it would really be a rune with divine magic, but
It might be. It might be written in Celestial.
as you're casting it, it just turns into like a ring of white light that just fast spinning on like a halo. And then the halo expands and goes around the dead body, almost like a magic circle underneath it.
Dag's actual halo also probably triggered during the
Oh.
casting of the spell.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Azra's just on the sidelines, like, yeah,
Azra, you
that's
notice
my friend.
you notice that there was already quite a crowd here already, but then there's like even more so of a crowd. Like all the buildings, like little, you just see a bunch of pairs of eyes popping out of little crevices in all these buildings nearby and stuff. And you revive him.
As the end of the spell comes to a close, Dag's just putting her hand on like the snoot of the dragon, and just closes her eyes. And this is what I'm here for, Saloni. Hopefully, he can help. And then I'll finish it. And hope that he's willing to come back, because I don't actually know until I'm done whether it works or not.
Oh, we could ask him. We could
We
ask him.
could have, but I've been casting the spell for 55 minutes already, so.
Yeah,
Like,
we
I
sent
think
him
we
to the
thought of it
Ghost
halfway through,
District.
it was pretty too late.
You know we can just talk to the dead on Ravnica. They're like right there. I just point to a ghost. He's right there.
Azra, you notice many of those eyes you saw out of the buildings were spirits.
Cool. That's
Yeah.
wacky.
Varth
Because
visibly seems
I don't know.
disturbed by
I don't know if
this.
Baron recalls, but we're really close to the Undead Legion's headquarters. So there's a lot of
Those
ghosts
are-
and stuff here.
I mean, sometimes it's annoying. It's like, hey, Granddad, I don't want to talk to you. Stop calling me.
They're all just like woo. Woo.
And Orzhov, get back to work. You have
As
debt to pay.
Woo. Woo.
the spell closes, Dag's also going to yell to back up that
and
he's
another
he's gonna
ghost is
be
just like,
conscious, so
Frankie, why are you only saying that? He's like, I'm trying to get into character.
because he's a big boy, he's probably going to want to stretch his wings.
It's
How
okay.
big
We're
is this
doing-
dragon?
We're doing crowd control.
Is it?
Yeah.
Pretty damn big.
You think just from your reality, he looks like an ancient red dragon. But you know, obviously, that this dragon's rules don't apply.
Yeah, they're a little different.
Yeah.
It's like, if he's not holding a wand in each claw of
Yeah,
the wing,
That's a person.
gargantuan size. So he was effing
Holy
huge.
fuck!
That's why I said he was like the building.
big
Kevin's
boy.
Kevin's thumbnail is a person, basically.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's a big boy.
Woo!
Yeah, no, there's a person in the picture.
That's what I was pointing to. He's like,
Yeah. You can't
Here.
see it because it's so small.
Here, if I turn off my
That
light,
and the colors contrast isn't already hot. They're both
Yeah,
red.
it's not very
Oh, there
does that
he is.
does that show it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
He's big,
No.
large.
It's not the Baron.
Oh
One
my
would say
God.
one would say colossal if such a thing could exist, but it doesn't.
And he's like,
There's a bit of spite in that.
I did
You
not-
can catch it.
didn't expect this to happen.
Hi.
Oh, hello. And what kind of magic were you using there, dearie?
White, I think.
Ugh.
I'm not really from.
As he stretches
around
almost
here.
like a cat, and you just hear like a bunch
Tech's gonna backpedal a little bit because
Oh,
he's
that's what that
he's
image
very
is.
big.
as like
Is it
parts of
what
the
I showed
building
you?
collapse.
Oh
That's
shit.
them bringing the immortal sun through the planner
Yeah.
gate,
Oh
Uh huh.
the
shit.
planner tunnel. That's what that is.
Wait,
the
what book?
image I had on
Wait,
computer
is that
was
in this?
No, it's in the
Oh, I was
article
about
that
to
we
say.
have.
I was about to say. Are you kidding me? Anyway,
the image on the computer was a bit small, so I didn't see the details. Easy for me to say.
and how might have you done that? As his head
Well,
gets
and she holds
as
up
his
the
head gets
remnants.
really close to you, as his head lowers down to where you're at.
She holds up the remnants of the scroll that's starting to crumble. I have a
let me see
scroll
that.
of it that it's gonna burn away in a second. It's used up already.
It's
I
nice method.
might.
That's all you
I don't know
need.
if I can teach it to you, but I might be able to make another scroll of it.
You learned it already.
Oh, curious.
As far as I know, at least on our world, pretty much only bards and clerics
What
know
level?
how to do that.
What level was that spell?
It's a 7th level spell. 7th level bard cleric spell.
I can cast the 9th level version of it if we had 25,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, that one's a lot more expensive.
Nesmith's
It'll take
already
you
learned
4
it.
days
And
to
he's,
recover.
he's already learned it and has a better version.
Yeah, probably.
He got a 26 on his Arcana check, so he goes, interesting.
You're gonna want to take it easy for a couple of days. You're gonna be a
Yes,
little
it
bit
appears
slower.
that spell seemed to bring me back, but I'm a little weak for a bit. I think it said 4 cycles?
Yeah.
Oh. Wonderful.
Fast.
Correct.
He's great.
Raptor Jesus? What?
Raptors.
So I don't know what you last remember, but hey, Nicobolus didn't become a god.
Oh, we won.
Yeah, we
Mostly,
stopped him.
We stopped him. We don't know where
how
he is.
How might have we? How was he stopped?
I did it.
You fucking know you
How?
did not. Well,
I'm quite
I
intrigued.
plane shifted him away to a place he couldn't. I ruined his plans by plane shifting him away. I think that's what
That's
what happened.
I
Right?
thought planeswalkers could only shift
Okay.
themselves.
I'm special, apparently.
so okay.
I'm-
hey,
Ooh, do you mind
Apparently
if I
I'm still old school.
do you mind if I study you for another century or so? I've always been wanting to become a planeswalker.
no, we kind of need him for a while. Anyway,
I'll come
so
back.
so
No, you won't.
while we were distracting a bunch of stuff was going on, distracting everybody. The Baron plane shifted the tower that Nicole was standing on. Didn't you say that he plane shifted them to a place where magic can't exist?
Oh, I've had a few
I'm still
theories.
not
I've had a few.
100% sure.
I've had a few theories of that. Where the center of all planes are, there might be a spot
not
where there's no magic,
100%
where there's no
sure
colors.
how
That's where I was
you
aiming
got
for.
out though.
I don't
Ah.
know. I don't remember anything. I was gone for about 2,000 years.
What?
What?
You were not. You were gone for like 20 minutes.
Actually,
What is-
Actually, it's
what
probably
is-
been a couple hours.
What is time really? For me, it's only been a few seconds, but I've been dead
Wow.
for
I have
how
found
long? And then when the
dragon
goblin's
that
like
is-
23 hours and 57 minutes, that long.
Time is the passage of things. It is like the thermodynamics of the universe.
I
Interesting.
don't understand like 80% of what you said in that sentence. Well, anyway, we were talking about what our plan is from here. So, the immortal sun has been turned off. The
Would you be
beacon is
willing?
turned
Will
off.
you be willing to tell me how you were able to use that device?
What device?
That
The
scroll.
scroll.
I could offer you one of my
No.
manuals in return.
I know how to cast spells from scrolls. I don't have another one of that spell, but I could make you one.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, my only other one. I do have another one. Actually, my sister over there has it. It's not as efficient. It they have. Ree's dead. Give me a second.
The people on their planet channel magic.
I'm assuming you're
without mana.
using white magic then.
Nah, they use a
They
different
don't come
method.
back quite as
Different kind of magic.
So like you're mostly full strength. The other one that I have, you would come back, but you'd be severely weakened.
You see, their magic is like this. Our magic is like this.
Oh, so it's more like a tesseract.
Yeah, sure. They use something called a weave. They have a god that actually allows them to use magic. Unlike us, who it's a natural thing we can just do because we're superior to them.
Giant dragon talon goes to the tip of his chin as he ponders this.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say we should fill you in on everything, and then maybe talk about what do we do from here.
Well, you all seem tired. Let's take a long rest.
Actually, yeah, that would be great. I am very low on everything.
I can see the rings upon your eyes.
All right, well.
You have been fighting for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yes,
oh
and I'd
my
like to know
God.
more about this non-color magic that you're using.
I'll explain
Sure.
it to you since I can bridge the gap.
I'll ask ahead of time because I have to, because that's how these things work. Are you all willing for me to cast a spell on you?
What spell?
We'll get to where I want to go quicker.
Oh, teleport, sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
Bop. And all of a sudden, you guys are in his laboratory, which is pretty much a dragon's horde, but mad scientist.
Hell yeah. I
Yeah.
look at all the stuff. Touching everything.
Tess
got a
just like
scalpel. Get on the
shoves
table.
her fingers into her pockets and just like
What does this do?
Tess is like sitting on my hands. Tess finds a nice wooden stool that looks boring and plain and sits
Giant
on it.
Yeah,
cannon.
Tess
That means
just like
lightning.
puts her arms around Tess, but like squeezes a little too tight.
Tess is just like closing her eyes, and when they open, it's just money symbols.
You can,
She is oars
You can-
off to the extreme.
you can take anything you want in here.
You should not have said that.
Doesn't mean you'll be able to leave with it, but you can take any of it.
Oh.
Oh. We've dealt with that before. It didn't go well.
Are the walls red?
I have to ask.
Probably,
I have
because
to
there's
ask.
a lot of red and blue here.
I have to ask. Are you immune to lightning? As he points down at Tess, asks her directly.
No.
Okay, yeah, no, you wouldn't be able to leave here with anything.
Okay.
I've heard of a cleric, that is.
I am
A cleric.
Yes. He follows the god of lightning.
They do
Destruction.
more of the white mana magic.
think
Mostly
his name
healing,
was
protection.
Orbeth. Yes.
I always
Yeah,
thought
I
of
think
lightning.
That's what his name
hands.
was.
I always thought of lightning as more of like green.
Lightning is red, dude.
I know, but I always
We
wished it was
spend
green.
1 hour arguing about what
And
color.
on that note, as you guys are in a dragon's
Relatively
lair,
safe.
and it's not a super
A dragon
crazy
that wants to
arcade.
kill us.
It's not a super crazy arcade game where you gotta rapidly press attack up, down, left, right. Dragon Slayer. We'll take a little break.
Woo!
So
Yeah.
let me set up the break thing. As we just sit here awkwardly.
You're broke.
Hello, everybody. Hi, welcome back.
Hey.
So, yeah. You guys are in a ridiculously huge, like, imagine a hangar-sized mad laboratory.
I'm
Bunch of-
gonna imagine Dag is gonna try and talk his ear off and try and gauge how realistic the idea of like a mass messaging system, an early warning system, could be.
While they're doing that, Varth finds a bucket that's large enough to contain him in water form and just turns into a puddle.
Relax.
Dag just holds out the jar that I've been carrying in the bag of holding for like ever.
Oh,
the
Varth
first,
has
the first,
puddled
contain-
again.
the first container you find, you quickly realize is actually a giant chalice for the dragon, so you don't go in that one.
It's for him to puddle in.
Oof.
Hopefully not. But I mean, you never know. Give me an
No.
Arcana check, Dagger, since you're discussing
Sure.
magic.
Oh shit, this is like the
I'm
first D20
poking
roll
all
of the
this
night.
equipment, by the way.
For me, at least.
I was just gonna say, maybe we should talk to the people from your universe that are more used to planar stuff.
That's valid too. 29.
Okay, he actually, at first is thinking you don't know that much, but then he quickly realizes that you are probably someone he wants to be pretty good friends with. In terms for getting magic knowledge, as Azra just kind of cries in the corner. It's like,
I'm playing with the magic stuff. I'm not paying attention because I'm mad about it.
You find a weird looking broom, and it's got like a bag attached to it and a cape and some weird cable. And at the very bottom of it, you see it's got like on the bottom side it has some like weird roller with brushes on it.
Huh.
Gonna
Let's play with that for now.
There's a switch on it. Do you click the switch?
Yes.
It's a vacuum of flying. It's literally a broomstick of flying, but it's a vacuum.
I love it. That's awesome.
Do you try to fly around with it?
Yes.
That sucks.
The second you get 30 feet away, it unplugs from the wall and it falls.
It's so stupid. I love it.
Welcome to the Is It League, my friend.
Is it okay?
Is what okay?
What? Oh.
Is what okay? Oh. Is it okay? Okay. I know jokes.
Mrs. It's just like, leave.
Like, I thought he got better after the feeble mind.
I'm still recovering.
One of the weirdest things you see, Azra, is you see what appears to be the same craft of like a clay jug with a lid, but it's completely made of metal. And it seems to have a chain over top of it, and it's got like a seal on it. It's got a bunch of weird runes on it. And draconic.
Dang it. I was going to say I try and read the runes, but I cannot read that.
You can roll me an Arcana check.
I'll do that. Why not?
Tess is probably getting antsy being locked up in this room with a dragon horde she's not allowed to take out of here. She's probably going to go off Witch Hunt and try and find...
There's a really fancy, expensive-looking, roguish-looking long dagger right next to her.
Takes a sip.
Nervous
She
sip.
does not try to grab it.
Okay, so as she grabs
But
it,
she
she realizes
remembers
it has a
exactly
laser.
where it is.
It has a laser sight and it has ACOG sights. Also a bipod. To stabilize the stabbing.
So stupid.
I got a 19 Arcana, by the way.
You know that this is this is the equivalent in your multiverse of an iron flask.
Ooh.
And there may or may not be something inside it.
I don't open it, but I'm gonna ask the dragon about that when he's done with Dagger.
Well, good fucking luck, because... You know the Dagger can talk for years.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'll butt in at some point when you're talking about things that are less important.
Do you try to keep it?
No, I'm not gonna take it out of the place, but I'm gonna, like, hang on to it so I know where it is.
Okay. It's the size of a flask, or that little jar is like the size of a flask.
Yeah.
So it's like a honey jar almost, a tiny honey jar.
How about...
And dangerous.
How about...
Oh, bother.
How long are days here? Like how many hours?
Good question. I'm just gonna say the same as Earth's. For
What
the sake
if...
of not going insane.
What if we don't have much of an early warning system?
Yeah, I was about to say if the world has 12 sides to it, then we would have to go with the time zones and
we have like a meeting every like lunar cycle. I don't know. Do they have moons on this planet? I don't know.
You know, I don't think Wizards of the Coast has done any moon lore
for
Ravnica. Moon lore.
Either way, okay. So
are there werewolves in Ravnica? Anyway, so
yeah.
I mean, if they are, you'd never know. There's no moon, so they can't turn into a werewolf.
Well, I mean, Ravnica, like everything's pretty well accepted here. So if they were werewolves, they'd just be like, "Oh, hey, you're a werewolf." So.
I mean, if they are, they would definitely be Gruul. But other than that, I don't know.
I just imagine a sophisticated werewolf with like like a monocle over one eye, and just like sitting
Yeah, the
there in,
only
like,
ones
some
that
sort
I
of steam.
know
Okay,
of
I'm just gonna treat
are
Ravnica like it's
Innistrad.
a Star Wars world, because every single plane is just a planet from Star Wars, where the entire planet is one terrain. So you're on a planet-sized city, and there's just 3 moons.
So Ravnica has 365 days of 12 months, which the number of days in each month is equal to the Gregorian calendar. So it probably
It's
has
exactly
24
like
hours
ours.
days then.
The proper term to refer to Ravnica is a ecumenopolis, which is a city that covers the entire planet.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Cool.
I've been playing too much Stellaris.
in the meantime, until we come up with a way to communicate more effectively, or so that anyone can use the beacon, I'm gonna suggest that maybe every month or every two-ish months, maybe we meet here. Ravnica seems like a good meeting place. Do you have like a? I mean, like, I'm pretty sure that you are a different guild than those Boros guys, and I don't even think Gideon goes here. So
You do notice Gideon was not teleported with you.
no, rude.
Well,
And we can all like talk and be like, here's ideas of stuff that we can. And
I'm just
shit
gonna
like
say,
that.
if you're trying to unite the planeswalkers, a lot of them are mortal enemies of one another, and would, given a chance, kill.
I'm not talking about the planeswalkers. I'm talking about the Gatewatch.
He's not a Gatewatch.
He's cool enough.
Yeah, the Gatewatch has their own way of
etc.
communicating.
You see him already starting to fiddle with a bunch of things with the discussion that you guys had, as he seems to be making some giant arc of some kind.
Gatewatch and what are you guys called?
Azra, you
Like
quickly
guild
realize that
leaders,
he is actually working on. He's pretty much reinventing the spell gate.
Holy fuck!
Cool.
Prian, I believe, is the term for the leader.
Yeah.
of the
Okay.
guild.
So the Gatewatch plus Preens.
You know one of them is a demon lord.
Oh, what now?
Rakdos, he's a demon lord.
Okay, that was
Does
not.
that mean the same
That was
thing
not
to
in the
them
notes
than it would to
that
us?
I was given, and when I say notes, I mean literally you told me 5 words before we walked into Boros
Yeah.
Legion.
I feel like
Frankfurt.
Azra hears that from across the room and is like, what now?
He's lead of the Rakdos,
Would
who
it be
are like
rude
laborers.
to just leave him out?
Yes.
Does that? I mean, does Demon Lord mean the same thing on this
But
planet?
I mean,
Well, he's the only
Sorry.
one, and he's the progenitor of potential. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe, from what I remember, he is the first demon, the demon lord, and all demons are his spawn here on this plane.
I was
And
gonna
he
say, I'm
is
like,
all
I feel
about
like there's definitely.
Entertainment and hedonistic pleasures.
Does that
Yeah.
also equivalent to the same kind of demons we deal with, or is that
Where
I'm
did
how
gonna-
they talk about?
Where did I
cats
put that
around
flux
here?
capacitor? Oh, there it is.
I mean, like, well, probably not
though,
exactly, considering
if-
Asmodeus is where most of our demons come
Aha,
from,
done.
right?
No,
Devils,
it's
devils.
Though, as a member of the guilds, if there was a guild pact still in effect, whatever rules and laws the guild pact would create would bind him also.
Well, as far as I
because-
know, Jace isn't dead. He's just sulking like an asshole. No offense. I don't know if you guys are friends.
You look over, and he's already done with his gargantuan-sized gate.
Is it active?
Yes.
Uh,
You can't see what's on the inside, it's just lights
The
twirling.
Baron is
Like a Doctor
slowly
Who
walking
swirl.
away, scooching away. So, as we were saying, you might want to talk to the other members of the Gatewatch.
where are you looking?
He's like, he has a bunch of little goblins and stuff that help him around everywhere, and he's just like, you in there. He's like, and it's like, It's like it goes in
It doesn't come out.
and it comes back out.
Oh,
Hey, you did it! What does
Does
the
it look
goblin
hurt?
look like?
Yeah, does he look hurt or on fire or covered in
Yeah.
mud?
Like covered in ice.
It walks back in, and it like was like wincing, like it thought it was gonna die or something, and then like when it comes back, it's like, yay! It's like really happy.
Oh my god, they're so cute.
Where exactly did that go?
I imagine
I
that's
asked-
Niva's response.
I asked the dragon.
Yeah, where'd you send him?
I don't know. Where did you go? Looks down at the goblin. Speaking in goblin, if any of you know goblin.
Nope.
No,
Spooky.
it takes me a minute to cast it.
I don't remember what languages do I speak.
The Baron doesn't remember a lot of things.
I do speak Goblin. Yes. Goblins are a prominent race on Ixalan too,
Oh, that's true, yeah.
but our goblins look like blue monkeys.
The goblin. Oh yeah, that's true. The goblin mentions about how it was really warm, and they thought they were getting hit by really sparkly sand.
That's sand. No, I can't
I
understand.
go over and lick the goblin. It is the plane of.
It tastes
I don't think
pure,
I've tasted this plane before.
tastes of
maybe.
pure salt.
Tumblr.
Are you sure it's not Greyhawk?
There's a lot of salt there.
Brocan?
Salty
Procan, is that
plane.
you?
Hot salt? It could be almost anything.
He's
Could
just
be a
a,
desert.
he's just a giant because salt doesn't it turn like cubical? Isn't that the crystal wolf formation? It's very cube-like.
Yeah.
It's just a giant like crystal shard of salt. I am
It's
Procan.
just a giant cube of salt.
And,
Could have been like salt flats.
Could have been lots of things. I mean, I
I'm
guess.
worried about those in Bolo's guide.
You know what?
he messes with a few wires on the gate, and you notice it's like changed colors a little bit.
Let me go through. I know the plane's better than this little fella. But for little fella, go in first to see me die. And then I'll go in behind you. Nah, I'll go. Death is a great adventure.
No, I was more just testing to make sure that organics could go through it. Because the one Tez had made, organics could not go through it. But that was quickly able to surpass his model that we found.
Does this one come out of your ass too?
No.
Clearly not.
Self-modifying yourself with
His ass is across the room.
self-modifying yourself with magical constructs is a very foolish idea. Because then you could do something like this. And he casts Dispel Magic and just turns off. He's like, you don't want that happening to your bodily functions.
Well, it depends on what bodily function.
If
Sometimes I get indigestion when I eat too much blood, and it's just like.
if I was fighting him, I probably would have done that first. He probably couldn't have done anything about it.
Well, you
No,
are
he
a
didn't.
very powerful caster compared.
Anyway, and he just turns it back on.
Cool. You have a planar gate. One
Here.
of the only in this multiverse.
As I
When
would,
did you hear
I would
it?
expect,
Oh no.
I would expect nothing. I would expect nothing less of myself. As he hands you this cable, and on the very end is like a hook. And he's like, "Here, hold on to this as you go through. Want to make sure we can pull you back out."
Now there are 7 symbols. The 8th will give us to another galaxy.
Fuck off. Get out of here. I'm gonna punt the Baron through the portal.
Have you been looking at my notes from Orkios, Ken?
Baron, roll me a d8.
A date. Okay.
As you guys hear, like the Mario Kart, ding, 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 as he walks through.
5.
Oh, 5?
Mhm.
You're not sure where it's coming from, but you hear an organ in the distance, and it seems like it's nighttime, as you just see like these very jagged
Come back,
mountains,
come back.
and you hear like a,
Have you been here before?
and you see this really big, way too big of a single moon there, and you immediately recognize it.
Insurat.
Yes,
Go back through. Da, 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 da. That was
Where was
Insurat.
it?
a single bat
Is that the
flies.
spooky
A single
one you
bat
said you
flies through the
mentioned?
gate. Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Fuck, my man!
It feels like I haven't ate solid food in centuries.
It's been like 24 hours at most.
I mean, to be honest, time does function differently in different planes of existence. He could have been gone for thousands of years for all we know.
It's true.
I hadn't.
It explains a lot of the weird
that.
memory stuff I have.
You also noticed when you were on the other side, that gate was literally the same on the other side. Like it was this gargantuan gate with glowing light, swirling light.
So
it was not subtle.
Two-way gate, very visible. That's Insurad. That's Soren's place. They have you heard of the place called the Domains of Dread?
Nope, don't care. All right, let's do this.
I think there was a play I read about somewhere about a.
It's like that, but without
vampire that was trapped and.
Yeah, more vampires, less trapping.
What'd you say that one place was? I believe you mentioned something about this abyss.
No,
don't make a portal.
Don't go there.
That's a bad idea.
It's a bad place. The trees will eat you.
I know. I want to get a sample of one of these trees. They might be quite useful in one of my experiments.
You don't.
When you think of the abyss, think Rakdos,
but no
everywhere,
fun.
And hundreds of thousands.
And you just see like his front half is just gone on the back side of the gate, and his tail's just like twitching curiously every once in a while, and you don't think he's really paying attention to what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's a lot of Rakdos. It's not as fun. It's like going to a Rakdos party every day.
I thought the Rakdos liked partying.
He's already opened a portal to the abyss and gone in. It is poking around.
Yeah. I'm just letting him know what it's like.
We literally just opened the multiverse up to him, and he's basically a 5-year-old with a stick. Except the stick is a goddamn, like,
anyway,
nuke.
So what are we going to do now? I mean, we're just hanging around.
Actually, yeah. No.
Yes. You, that short sword.
Hmm?
Yeah, you.
Dagger.
Yeah, you. Hmm? Oh.
Yep.
That's what you're called. Okay. You can have that book right there.
Hmm?
He puts a talon down on it, and a bunch of magic runes disappear on one of these leather-bound books nearby.
Look at the cover.
It's written in Draconic.
I can read Draconic. What is it?
A manual of the Iron Golem.
I just like throw it at Azra. I'm like, oh my god, we have a way to fix Worm! Oh, fuck nuggets. Where the fuck is Worm?
Right there.
Oh.
He probably didn't get teleported with us. He's just been jogging here that whole time.
Meanwhile, in the second precinct, those goblins that were mourning in the crater where Niv was, they're just like, oh yeah, no, I remember that one. There was some crazy planeswalkers
They're just like
I brought
poking Borm until he finally gets tired and just punches a goblin.
He appears to be made of both some kind of wood, mithril, and adamantium. Interesting.
Gideon jumps on his back. Find him!
He just punches Gideon.
Find me.
He punches Gideon, but Gideon's not affected.
Actually,
I like his spirit.
I think he can telepathically follow. I think he has telepathic connection with you.
Yeah, he does.
He knows where you are.
Yeah, so
you haven't told him.
He can follow you.
Yeah, but no, you haven't told him to do anything. He's just standing there.
But
well, his standard command is
so,
follow.
Like, follow me is always his command.
So he always knows where you're at too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's follow me until I tell you otherwise.
The Boros Legion are trying to stop him because he's going through illegal sections.
He's just like parkouring gently over fences and like climbing buildings. And stuff.
Gently.
No,
he has like a -1 to his dex.
He's running straight. He's running straight through walls, tearing straight through buildings.
He's punching through buildings. I forgot.
I have to go this way. Boom.
My leg.
Boom.
He has an 8 dex.
My cabbages.
He like tries to jump the fence and just crushes it.
Yes.
He tries to do the thing where you like put your hand down and then like leap across, and then the fence just goes.
Yeah, there's just like a big V in the chain link fence.
I was thinking just a cartoony silhouette of him.
Yeah.
For every wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it might take a while.
Cool as shit. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know how to use one of these, but I'm certain ready to find out.
Well, knowledge is power.
That is true.
True statement.
What do we want to do now, though?
Also, why do you want to be a liquid? As his head just pops up, and you notice now he has gargantuan-sized steampunk goggles on.
I flow out of the container that I'm in and form back into water Varth, and I go, Honestly, it is the closest form I can get to the deity that I follow. I follow Asticia, the planar goddess of water. The
He
planar
likes
elemental gods are mostly
beings.
neutral, but there are some that are known for their more deviously evil acts. I follow the neutral one.
Hmm. And he continues working.
Most of what I
he
learned as
had
far as
interest,
Druid
and then he just immediately
Hey,
lost
you wouldn't
interest.
happen to have anything that would really fuck up a water creature, would you?
Oh, a few things in here.
Who's on a flamethrower?
I had one of those.
Yeah,
Well,
we did.
we should also specify a thing that would mess with a giant water creature that works underwater.
Yeah,
And is kind of a god, but not really.
Not really.
yeah,
That
she's
Primordial elemental.
Yeah, basically the same thing.
yeah.
They were around before gods.
So I
Oh,
like
at
to
least
be
that's what
on
I
top of
understand.
things, but honestly, it might be smart to sort of regroup with the Gatewatch, I guess, and be like, okay, here's the plan for if anything goes down, and sort of delegate.
Yeah.
And be like, you guys know our number, give us the call, our sending, I guess. Let us know, and, we'll be here.
Oh,
But-
that's all you wanted. Here you go.
Huh?
And then,
What?
like, a little goblin, just you hear, like, little squeaky wheels, like, squeak, 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 as it, like,
if
brings
this goblin
over.
rolls up on a tricycle.
As the goblin rolls up on a tricycle cart, and the front of it is the cart, and the back is the tricycle part.
Oh my god.
And for some reason, it's also gas powered, so you see like an exhaust pipe on it. It's like puffing out smoke and shit. And there's no pedals for it to kick its feet. It's just
Hi.
and it stops, and the cart opens up, and you see a bunch of little essentially they're sending stones.
Oh.
Except these ones don't have a word limit, and they can all communicate to each other.
You have to show us how to make these, because oh my god.
Nope, I have the patent for it.
God
Wait,
damn it.
question.
As his giant
I have
talon
to-
peeks up from behind the gate.
Do I have to attune to this?
Nope.
Ugh, thank all 9 levels.
What's a tuning?
Just be thankful you don't have to do it.
It's what you
What do they
have
look like? Are
to.
they little rocks or are they like?
It's frequency.
It sounds like something that the law of your plane uses to restrict powerful magic things. That's foolish.
Yes.
What was that?
Yes, it is.
Nothing.
There were ancient ages that people abused
Nothing.
power. Ooh,
Goes
look!
over.
This one's like razor thin.
I'm going to just type the name of
This
this
was
thing
kind of
as
shaped like a brick.
Ravnica Sending Stone.
Oh, it must be a Tesla one.
No, it's Nokia.
If any of you have not seen the Tesla truck, which I'm sure you have, the memes everywhere.
Yeah.
Did you see the one connecting it to Blade Runner?
I've seen
It
the one.
says, it says cars in Blade Runner in 2019, which is Blade Runner said 2019. It's shaped just like the Tesla truck, and it was from the movie. And then it says Tesla 2019, and the truck is almost shaped the same.
It's so bad.
I laughed so hard. Because the taxi he rode in the Blade Runner movie was this car that was like exactly like the Tesla truck, but with windows everywhere.
Oh god. I just was thinking about, I'm like, what do I put as the other end of the sending stone? Dag and just the Gatewatch? And it occurred to me, it's basically a Discord chat.
Well, I will allow.
It is a
Like a
Discord
workplace
video
group
chat. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's everyone can answer whenever, so don't put secrets in there.
Well, I'll allow your Gatewatch to use these if you can give me interesting invention in return.
Looking through magic items that I don't use.
Oh yeah, the abyss. You hear like zapping of wires.
Hang on, let me find the treasure dock, because we have a shitload of stuff.
Ah, there we go.
I have a horn of silent alarm, if that's helpful.
Minion number 471. no. And he just walks into the portal. Walks back out a few minutes later, and it's this horrible abomination where it looks like a goblin, but like its body has been body horror like stretched into weird ways.
Down the Eldrazi
And it's just like,
No! What the fuck? Kick it back! Kick it back! Somebody grab it! Who has got telekinesis? Push it back through. Oh god!
What the hell was that?
Oh, look at this.
Niv
Don't you know not to mix with
Niv takes
Phyrexia?
one of those containers that Varth was in and just puts it somewhere.
You know the
Just
rules.
puts the
Niv.
You guys can roll.
remnants- He just puts the remnant of his last fucking apprentice in a jar.
You guys can roll Arcana checks for that.
Sure.
Sure. I hate it. Thanks. It's pretty good. 24.
Filthy 20.
Nice.
Filthy.
Yeah, 27, I think.
The filthy 20-mile high club. You all know that it was turned into a Redderkin. Definitely was in the abyss.
Ugh.
Cool,
A
great.
horrible
Good.
demon. I guess they're demons. A Simplex, I think is what they're called. They like to do flesh warping stuff.
The Baron thought it might have been something from Phyrexian infected planet. We got to avoid those.
But it's theorized that they appeared at the beginning of the abyss's creation.
Huh. Neat.
Dag's like
Hate
clawing through the bag of holding and pulls Azra on the side. So we have a periaptive wound closure that you threw in here.
Oh yeah.
A second robe of useful items. We have the bracers of defense, but I think we were gonna try and make them into something for Morty or
Yeah.
A robe of useful items. What kind of useful items?
all kinds of shit. I'm gonna
Items
whip it
that are
out
useful.
and shake it out. Like
Please tell me we already rolled
this one
ahead of time.
is rope. Nope. This one is rope. I think that one is a pole. I'm literally just naming the ones that are on
that's
all
not-
of them.
That's not useful for me. And he goes back
It's
to
useful
work.
for other things. It's got a window.
Some of them do have windows. It's pretty baller.
If I need a view, I can just go outside.
I don't necessarily have magic items. I do, however, have some books that might be useful.
In what language? I assume it's one I can't read, since you apparently seem to be from another multiverse.
Well,
I
Can
can
you-
take you somewhere where you will gain all the knowledge of the cosmos. And yeah, that's it.
His head peeks up and he squints at you.
I know a place.
can I do an insight check to guess where the Baron's talking about? You're talking about Candlekeep.
The dragon is also inciting.
Oh, fuck nuggets.
That's
That's a 6. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
what'd you get?
I got a
What?
6. I have no idea what he's talking about. I don't think he's lying. I just don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, I'm not lying.
Okay, Niv is more of inciting. If the area that you're gonna take him to or tell him of could be of negative consequence to him for just being there.
No.
And he got on his insight a 28.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Library of Om,
Oh.
God of Knowledge. It's got like
Oh.
every book known to man or known to the cosmos, practically.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute, why are we going there instead of going to Candlekeep?
I
mean,
turn
I
to you
also
and
wanna
just
go
go,
Candlekeep.
I have mentioned it.
Oh, where is it at exactly?
It's something called the Outlands, but it's an infinite plane with infinite locations.
Oh, you.
So
Rapier mentioned about that, and he just like, oh, I think I can go there.
I can just take you there now.
We could show you where it is.
No. I this will be more fun.
Oh boy, he just goes to every
A
library.
random giant
in
wave
Toril.
of sparks fly from behind the
It
gate.
is the realm of a very powerful deity, so he might have planar blocks in the way. So you might have to go a bit off and then fly there. Think
There we go.
old school planeswalkers. You know
I
what we
can-
were like.
I know we have a lot of really interesting.
I may
useful
be an
things,
old
but
dragon, but I'm not that old.
Varth reaches
Oh,
into his
man,
past
come on.
and he pulls
It's not
out
that long
what
ago.
looks to be a weird shot glass, and he goes, "I have this shot glass made out of ice that never melts.
Like a bullet.
What?
It's also indestructible.
Oh, shot glass.
It's always
Oh.
cold."
Go.
What? One of my scientists was working on making a glass that would be durable enough to use as a projectile.
I have this book, and let's see, I've got the Tome of Foes, a shitload of random collected pages on demons, my book that I wrote on the Doomslayer.
What about that one? As he points to Volo's Guide to Monsters.
I'm all flip it to him. It's
Hmm.
cool. Here, this one here, he's talking about hags.
I actually have it open to the hag that I can summon.
I like this Volo.
Oh boy.
As he just flips through the book, all in like a second, and he's read it all.
I have a signed photo of someone named Bark Lee.
No one important. So. All right. Well, you have fun with that. There you go. You can have them there. Gatewatch can
Thanks,
use those stones. I don't care.
Thank you.
I have some
I
tea
guess.
recipes from the city of Sigil.
Yeah, most are really nice stuff. We actually
I'm just-
already sold.
I'm on the back of the tricycle with the goblin. Forward!
We're like getting there, and as we're like halfway
goblin-
across the city, we finally run into Vorm, and he's just
Yes.
chugging along.
The goblin
and then
has
stops
on
and turns.
the goblin has on an old school World War I German helmet that's got like the spike on the top, and he's got goggles on it, and he just like and he rolls.
I love him. God damn. This
It
plane is amazing.
stops. Black smoke fills the area.
I just grabbed the stones then. It's okay, let's go.
He like falls off because he can't see, and there's black smoke everywhere.
The goblins in my realm are more like monkeys and they're pirates.
No, it's all right.
They're from Ixalian.
I can fix it. I can fix it.
It's okay, we'll just walk.
No.
As
Oh
we
damn,
clearly
we
walk
lost the
faster than he was driving.
Pegasuses. No.
They're smelly animals. You don't
It's
need
fine.
those.
So I guess maybe let's go talk to Gideon, let him know that we're talking about maybe going back home, and
Hey Gideon. Yes?
that he might not have them yet.
Gideon's not here.
That's the
Specifically.
joke.
Oh,
I
okay.
was going, hey,
I'm gonna
Gideon.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw
Oh.
a bunch into the bag of holding
Oh.
so we can hand them out when we get back when we run into anybody else.
I feel like let's use the spare bag of holding for that, because it's like just a bag
Yeah.
of rocks in with all of our other stuff.
Do we have a spare bag of holding? I know I've got the one.
Didn't we? I thought that was a bag of holding and then something else.
So in this
Like
plane
a
of
pouch.
concordance, would there be an issue of there being a dragon there? Because I know a lot of people are scared of dragons. Understandably so. We are amazing.
The other multiverse where they come from, dragons are far, far more numerous than accepted.
They're very, very numerous. I've met a whole
They
bunch.
even come in different colors and divide themselves amongst metallic, gem, colors.
And metals.
Just the whole
There are a
thing.
bunch of metals too. Just never ever trust a chrome. Wait, wow, yeah, no, like, because I was gonna say that like red dragons are kind of assholes, but
And, this is a-
no, they don't look like you. They have different horn shapes.
It does like the white guy blinking meme.
That's how you can tell them apart. Like if I've read stories about adventurers that were colorblind, and the way that you tell a green and a red dragon apart is either where they live or what shape the horns are.
yeah, there are a lot more dragons. They're normally cool, so long as you don't burn shit down.
That, and it's not like they could really stand against you anyway. You're much bigger than any dragon I've ever heard of.
All right.
Avoid cringe.
I'll just bring
What?
the necessities. all right, boys, let's bring the necessities. And like they just have like this ridiculously like imagine the princess joke where they got like way too much luggage. That's him with like laboratory
He
equipment.
brings an entire fucking lab with him.
Mm-hmm.
Can you change shape?
He's already through the portal as a bunch of goblins are going through the portal.
We should have probably suggested he just turn into a human and go there. Then no one's going to
Portal
care.
off. Sucker.
Dude!
You notice that you can't turn it off. There's no switch for it.
I'll
It's
fix
just
that
top wired
later.
into
But
the
as the last goblin goes through, and it's carrying like a whole bunch of boxes, so it can't see where it's going. So it's kind of like, and it goes through the gate.
Gonna like guide him toward the
You
opening.
hear a click noise, and the light on the gate just turns off, and it's just an arc now.
Do we want that?
No!
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
As I'm touching it.
No.
Fine.
He's gonna be pissed if we come back here and...
He won't find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna know we
That's
took
the
it.
thing.
Also, he heavily implied that this entire place is trapped, so Tess put it fucking back.
No, she puts it back.
Turns the pockets out.
It's not trapped against planeswalkers because he doesn't know how it works. Because he's not one.
Tess is like, yes, the problem. I don't do that.
I'm not talking about you. It's not always
Fuck
about you,
you!
Tess.
Tess has
I'm
on
the one
Tess has on a helmet of telepathy.
who...
She hasn't attuned
We
to it
kind
though.
of need this dragon on our side, you guys. As much as I want to loot the room.
Put the thing back where we found it.
She empties her pockets, checks her shoes.
Hmm.
I'm just imagining Chung just picks her up and shakes her fucking out.
Yes. Yeah. Pinata.
You know these Gatewatch guys, you have to swear an oath, I think.
A what?
Oath.
I mean, I can do that. What's the oath?
I don't know.
Well, let's go find Gideon and ask.
I don't know.
I'm gonna
And that's when you
grab
realize
back.
there are no doors.
Oh.
Fuck off.
It's fine. I have spells now.
You
To
hear
teleport us back to like
What is
Horus
your-
Legion.
what is your passive again?
I
I don't know why
amazing.
I ask, but I ask anyway.
It's like super good.
25.
Okay. As you guys went to like the perimeters where the walls were, and you were initially trying to find a door of any kind, you do hear very faintly on one of the walls like this thunk, thunk, thunk. It sounds really
He's
far
just
away.
examining
What are these walls
examining
made
it.
out of?
Metal.
Be examinated.
Hmm.
Tess is like, I have a wand that might help with that. I think she has a wand of secrets. As a detect secret doors and traps in 30 feet. So she can actually see exactly where it is. I mean, not be able to open it necessarily, but
As she uses that, it's right where you're hearing the noise.
does it show us where the outline is so that we can actually find like how to open it?
Nope.
Damn.
But you know it's a really big door. Big enough for a dragon to go through, if need be.
Azra, you don't have knock prepared, do you?
Nope. I don't even know that spell.
Damn it.
It's way too useful for me.
Nearby on,
I'm
on one of the many
investigating.
nearby on
your-
one of the many tables, you see like an accordion lever device, and on the very end is this white glove that's in like a fist. And it's labeled in Draconic knocking.
Gonna go over.
You're like, no, I refuse, Scott, I refuse.
We could just teleport away.
Good idea. Actually, yeah, let's do that because it's gonna be faster.
Just then like a single ray of light's just like ding on that glove.
Mm-hmm.
I think somebody wants you to use his glove.
Varth walks over to it.
And then you hear like a and the fluorescent light goes back out.
He uses it on the door.
You like tighten the levers like this with the scissor, and it just goes. And the door opens.
Varth tosses it aside into one of the piles of treasure.
It's so dumb it knocked my headphones out.
Do we see Vorm on the
Welcome
other
to the Ixalian.
side?
And Vorm walks through the door and walks straight up to Azra.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, bud.
You notice
Sorry.
you notice a sword stuck in him from the
Oh,
Where
Boros
the fuck
Legion.
did that come from?
But he is
Hey,
able,
Baron,
but
do
he
you want
self
this?
repairs, so he self repaired around it, and it's just part of him. You
Oh,
cannot take it
okay.
out of him.
Cool. Now he looks baller.
It's true. Gonna be a pain in the ass when he sits down, though. He's gonna sit down and be like this.
He leans back in a chair and just impales himself into the wall. Whoops.
Yeah. I'm just gonna perch on his shoulders and pilot him from up here. Do we want to walk now that we know where the door is?
Sure.
Well, yeah, let's see if we can find Gideon on the way, and then I guess if...
Yeah.
Gideon!
Or anybody we
Gideon!
recognize.
I cast
Gideon,
sending to
Gideon,
Gideon, and I'm like, yo,
Yo,
Where you at, bro?
yo.
where you at? We're at wherever we are, the tower thing. I don't say it like that. I say it in better words.
And you have Mizzet's lab, I think?
Yeah, alright.
And he's like, which
He's
one?
like, oh,
wanna meet
that's where the big dragon sent you. Haha, hashtag Gatewatch for life. Hashtag Gideon rules.
Please stop using Instagram, Gideon.
I
Wait,
suddenly hate him.
Insta Gideon.
He names it after himself.
He's the only one that uses it.
Yeah, nobody else
Pushing
does.
for himself.
You see it, there's just another picture, and you just see it's the black blade and its pieces and stuff. It's like, the black blade broke. I guess I was too strong for it, and the next picture's like him flexing, winking at the camera.
Like,
I'm
rip
gonna
in
go
peace.
put my ice cream away.
Everybody's like, nope, we're done. Anyway, so you guys eventually get to him, one way or another.
Hey,
We're
how's it going?
just gonna, and you're there. So,
Gideon. Gideon. Gideon.
oh, so, what happened? What happened?
I explained everything that just happened.
Oh, interesting. So, yeah, those things would be pretty useful. Thanks. As he grabs one. I should get one of the J's. Actually, do you mind if I just take all of them and just give them to the rest of the Gatewatch?
I think that was the idea, wasn't it?
Yeah, they get one, we get one, everybody gets one.
Oh, sweet. And he just takes like
You
the
get
whole...
a stone, and you get a stone.
Should
Everyone
And he
gets
takes
a stone.
all of them except the amount you guys need, so each of you have one, and he
Cool.
planes walks away. Just
Can you still hear us? Can you hear us?
yes,
Can you hear us?
I can hear you in this one too, and this one.
Can you hear me now?
God.
It's kind of weird. It sounds like there's like
watch every time from now on. Whenever we have like a fourth wall joke, it's just gonna be somebody on the stones, on the gate stones. What do we call them? Like because they're not just
Gate-
Ravnica stones.
you remember that meme where it was like the goose,
I put Ravnica sending stones.
where it's the
What's the
goose thing
name?
where you like press into it and it's like ah or whatever, and then like they like put their hand on all of them, they all go ah like a Legion of the
Yeah.
Damned. That's pretty much what you sound like to Gideon because all of them are broadcasting you at once.
So I guess we're going home, right?
Oh,
Weren't we supposed to dispose of some items?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, that. Yeah.
Where do we want to send them though?
Well, first off, let's decide what we're going to send where. Do
Do
we
we want
really
them
want
to-
pieces of the Black Blade?
Do we want them
Or
destroyed
do
or
we-
just hidden?
Want to take that planar trap?
Do you want them destroyed or hidden?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, we could do
problem.
either.
What if we destroy the Black Blade?
We're asking Gideon that, right?
Gideon, do you want us to destroy
Ah,
the Black Blade
ah.
or not?
Alright, wait.
You know
I didn't realize he already left.
Yes?
He's trying to give these things away, and there's 50 walkie-talkies that are saying, Gideon, do you want us to destroy these all at once? And he's just like,
It's
holy
just like
crap.
super feedback loop.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, do you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? And you're like, no!
No, not now, please. For the love of everything, not now.
Well, I mean, the Black Blade's already destroyed. Just need to make sure it doesn't go back together, I guess.
I guess we could actually take the Black Blade and we could scatter its pieces across the plains.
That's what I was thinking of doing.
So is it like,
Like
why don't we want to
Protestant
reforge it?
concentration.
Hey, it's Jace.
Yeah, why don't we want to reforge it? You said it was pretty cool. It can kill super
Hey,
dragon,
Jace.
ancient dragon.
How's it going?
Wait,
Oh, can we take another
Baron?
one of those stones
Wait,
from
Baron, where did you go?
Lorcainen?
Oh
What?
yeah.
I don't really remember, but I ended up in Bitopia. You enjoy that place.
You were in Bitopia? That's cool.
Isn't that the second time you've ended up there?
No, Elysium was the first time. I like
Oh,
Elysium
right.
better.
Elysium's the first time.
They get better beer.
That must be one of the planes you've been to that since we last met.
Yep. I mean, I've been to like, what is it, 700,000 planes? I don't know. I lost track at like 5.
You
So-
sure he's not so feeble-minded?
So I agree. The Black Blade should never be used again. The only reason we had it built was so we could use it to kill Nicopolis. It's way too powerful and evil and sentient of an artifact.
Oh, see, that part was left out. I just heard the
Yeah.
kill anything part.
Wait,
The
Gideon,
evil
Yeah.
part was left
Gideon,
out.
you left that out? And Gideon's like, well,
Yep.
I didn't think it was important. It's broken, right?
That's the most important part.
We actually come from a plane of existence where there are tons of powerful evil artifacts all over the place. It's
Yeah, and they're
really
always trying to
important that-
change your personality and shit.
I will
Hey, Chandra
take
here. What's up?
the pieces. Hey,
Is this thing
girl.
working? Hello?
Yeah,
Hi,
it's working.
girl.
Hi. Hi.
Is it still working?
Yes.
Yes.
I can hear you.
Oh, cool. It's fireproof. Awesome.
I love her so
It's like,
much.
it's near me, so like we're good.
I heard
I
something.
love how her reaction was 100% definitely, I'm gonna torch it and see if it survives.
I mean, if she's gonna keep it on her possession,
Yeah.
It's gonna catch fire eventually.
she's like when she gets the valve, she's pretty much like flame on. So I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are 7 active Gatewatch because we screwed things up.
Oops.
Yeah, it would have been 6.
Oh, because one of them survived
Yeah.
and they
One of
shouldn't.
them's supposed to kill themselves
Yeah.
or whatever.
well, one
I'm
of
cool
them.
with it.
I sent the link with the active ones in your
Yeah.
hosts. Just so
Um,
we can keep track. By we, I mean anyone who's not a dweeb like me who remembers who they
So-
are.
Hello, Gates Watch. It's Nissa. Hello.
Oh.
Hi.
Alright, good job bringing the big giant thing to life. That was impressive.
Was she the one who brought the tree to
Yeah.
life?
Yeah,
She brought the tree
yeah. I'm probably not going to go back to Ravnica for a while. I think they're pretty mad I did that.
I look
That's
over.
fair, honestly.
Death to Nissa!
Pretty much, actually.
Yeah.
At least the nature, that whatever that I keep forgetting what they're.
Selesnya or Golgori.
The ones with the
Golgari.
dryads and stuff.
Yeah, Selesnya.
Mm.
Yeah.
They seem pretty.
Golgari
cute.
actually spend most of their time underground.
Imagine being like like Dwarven Kingdom, and somebody animated your mountain and then had your mountain destroyed.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, the
Kind of the
dwarves
same
might not have
equivalent.
been too bad. Might not
They
have paid
killed
that too
they
much.
destroyed the tree? I didn't know that.
Yeah, the one of the giant god things actually
2 of them.
totally ripped it to pieces and
Mhm.
threw it into
Yep.
part of the city.
They super did
Oops.
that.
That was their grand entrance. They came in and just wrecked the tree.
So I guess we'll take the gate. I would like to take a nap
I got the beacon.
somewhere on
I-
this.
I put it on the moon. Oh, that's a good idea.
Wait, what moon?
The one in
Yes.
Innistrad.
Okay.
Didn't you trap something there?
On the moon?
Yeah.
I was talking to Soren a couple of days ago. You good with that?
I mean, now it's trapped there too.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna suggest we take a nap and then we can roll that bad boy pointing out where the
Immortal Sun.
mortal sun was. We can turn it into a I don't think you're strong enough.
It's
we
like
can.
elephant-sized. It's this
I can
elephant-sized
polymorph.
rock.
Hello.
I can polymorph 2 of you guys into elephants.
I know.
It's made of balsa
Gideon.
wood.
I know. Gideon has filled me in.
Name?
Oh, hey,
new-
hey,
new-
hey, Teferi,
new
what's
stone.
up?
Oh, hey, Teferi.
Fairy!
Hey, can you do us a favor? We need your time magic to trap a primordial water creature in a time loop so it can turn anyone again.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Where are you at? What plane?
It's a new plane. It's called Abir Torel. Here are the coordinates.
How about we meet him and then we can take him there?
That works too.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Where
I don't know that they've
Ravnica-
established universal coordinates with Abertorial planes.
We meet you at the Tolian Academy. I believe you know where that is.
Yeah.
So, where the fuck can we get a night's rest around here?
Yes.
Silence.
In
The
Ravnica? Or...
Let's just point to the end.
In Ravnica, yeah.
There's inns
Why don't we
everywhere.
go to this Tolian Academy? We're supposed to meet
You go-
this time mage.
You
guy.
go to the specific
Well,
precinct.
because
You go to the
we're
specific
carry-
precinct. I think it's precinct 1. That it's like obviously
I don't
super
want to
nice.
leave
And
Ravnica without the Immortal Sun, and we can't make anybody into something strong enough to move the Immortal Sun until tomorrow, because I'm super tapped out of fucking every spell.
Why don't we just plane shift it away?
Oh shit! I guess we could do that, yeah.
We'll just go where we need to go, and Baron can
Yeah.
plane shift there with the rock.
That's true. Yeah, somebody's
You
gonna
have
have
to
to
have a
cast
place to
plane
drop.
shift the vanilla way though, so that they can take these 2.
the reluctant Baron smile. That was great.
With the...
Unless Tess and Chong sit on the Immortal Sun and you teleport all of you, and then the rest of us go the.
I do have a spell slot left to do plane shift, so we can do that.
Okay, maybe let's do
What?
that because we also don't want to forget form again.
Where
Yeah.
do we want it to go?
Yeah, we have to find a place to drop that huge-sized rock. Where's
Do you
this
want it destroyed?
Taurian Academy?
We should probably have it on Dominaria. I could keep it in the academy.
Let's just take it there for now.
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
I rolled a 4.
Okay, it takes 4 rounds. Boop. You're there. You're
Easy.
right in front of this academy that I totally know everything about.
Don't worry, I just named the first place I could remember on Dominoria. I don't even know.
That's
if
where
Tef-
he studied. That's where he studied.
Yeah,
That's why I was sarcastically like, yeah.
I
It's
couldn't
like
remember
that's
if he
being
was.
like it's like
like-
talking to Dumbledore and being like, we're gonna go to Hogwarts. You know where that's at, right? He's like, yeah.
Yeah. Sort
I don't
of.
think he's a headmaster. I think he was just a student there. But anyway, you take it there, and let's just say there's like some chamber secrets or something in the bottom of the school, and he keeps it there.
Is there a giant snake there? Please, God, tell me there's not a giant snake there.
There's probably a few.
All right, that's worse. A few. There's a few basilisks slithering around.
I don't know. That plane's very magical and has a lot of epic level stuff.
I kind of wish that D&D basilisks were like that, though. To be honest, giant effing snakes that just like looked cooler.
I mean, you could
Just like 6-legged weird.
you could
things.
flavor them the same way, keep the same
Yeah,
mechanics.
I mean you could, right?
Yeah, school I have. Oh, this is Hogwarts. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, you just take it to the Chamber of Secrets.
Just,
Basically, yeah.
he walks up to the door and he's like, "Sayas."
He's like, ignore the face on the back of my head. It's fine.
Oh, you know what we never did?
Because Teferi is bald.
We never figured out where that plane of diamond sand is.
I know what that is.
Do we?
No.
I tasted them. I know where it is.
Oh, I don't think that was the same place. It tasted salty.
No, the other place.
No, he actually.
Wait a
yeah,
minute. Did you just tell me you tasted the diamond dust?
No, the boy.
Now it's just creepy. Let's move on.
Both of these are bad.
It's not hard to find. We'll find it later.
Okay. I mean, I guess we could
So-
go to Candlekeep
Immortal Sun is locked
because
up.
even like I feel like we do know a little bit more about the world now, but at the same time, we still aren't 100% sure how to deal with all Hydra. So,
That's
Canna,
that's
keep us
okay.
where we were heading. Oh yeah, no, we're going to
Hey,
Safari.
Gideon here. Hey, Gideon here. Hey,
Yeah.
Gideon here.
Hey, Gideon. Hey.
And then
What's up?
you,
Hey, Gideon.
it's
Hey,
like
Gideon.
that's like the ring. That's like the ringtone, and you just answer it. He's just like, "Hey, is there anywhere I could meet you guys so I could give you like a shard of the black blade? Because we're trying to separate them, and you know, you guys
Tafari-
could have peace."
We're with the Tafari and Damanari at the Talarian Academy.
The second you say that, well, I shouldn't say the second you say that. A few
Put my
rounds
hand out.
later,
Thank you.
he's just there and just doop, and then he.
And just sticks out.
Well, I'll say he gives you the handle. He trusts.
Shard first!
He trusts the Baron with the handle. That's the biggest piece of it, too.
Oh, yeah. Got smart.
You swear you can hear whispers from it, but I mean, what else
Where
is
are we
there?
going to put that thing?
You guys can give me an Arcana check on it, because this is the first time we've actually got to see it up close and personal.
I saw when what's his name was looking at it.
I mean, we gave the Ring of Winter to the Raven Queen. Couldn't we just give her this artifact too?
I don't know if we want to have too many in one place.
I think she
It's like the
destroyed the,
Infinity
Ring of Winter.
Stones.
I did. Well, I do want to go back to that
Wait,
place
what's
in
an Infinity
Yizgard.
Stone?
25. I got 25.
Okay.
I did want to go back to that place in Yizgard. We could take it to Yizgard.
I got 25. Dagger probably got 450.
No.
I got a 29.
I was
Do
going
you
to say,
think-
everyone got pretty baller on it.
You think they'd be okay with us keeping a piece of the Black Blade in Isgard?
Well, you're putting it in a vault so that evil doers can't get a hand on it. Like, then if they don't want it there, then we can just talk to that dragon that, in the library there and see if he has any other suggestions for where we do that are
Fun
suited
fact,
for
you
it.
just made a Marvel reference. In the Marvel universe of Asgard, Odin had a vault where he kept a bunch of powerful evil artifacts.
Oh yeah, the two.
You just
Got
made a
that.
Marvel
Just have
reference.
a
Judging
vault of
judging by the hilt of it alone, you're assuming that this sword at least is very close to a 9 live stealer sword.
Oh.
And a 9 live stealer sword is normally a +2 sword, has a certain amount of charges. If you score crit against a creature with 100 hit points or fewer, it must make a con save, or it is slain instantly, and the sword consumes its soul. The
What
And it
sword,
can
happens
do
when
that
it has-
9 times.
What happens when he does it 9 times?
It breaks.
yes,
Mm.
but this
This
one,
is
this
better.
this looks like an artifact version, though.
So that whole it breaks part probably doesn't happen.
You don't need to worry about that; it's already broken.
It just steals souls forever.
This
So-
one's sentient, so the normal ones aren't.
So I guess we're gonna go find
And
Tafari.
since you scored so high, it's actually probably a mix between that and the blade of Karn
Guys,
or Kaz. That's right, Kaz.
Ugh. That's awful. That sword's quite nasty.
right, Tafari.
So what does Tafari look like? Who is he?
He's actually pretty cool. He's one of my favorite.
Let me send you
walkers.
his thing.
Yeah, wait, isn't there a picture in the
Uh,
Gatewatch thing? You can click
Yeah.
on his face.
Yep.
Jafari.
For those at home, he's a
Oh wow.
what would you say? He's got the wizardy robes. What is
He's
he
got a
holding?
very
Are those like
Egyptian-
maces?
He's got a very Egyptian theme to his clothing.
Yes, he
Oh
does.
shit!
Very Egyptian themed. I like that.
The Middle Eastern.
Ooh, if you scroll
Nice.
down a little bit, there's a much better picture.
Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, are those maces or magic wands?
I think
There's
both.
one where he's actually got a little bit of hair.
Magic maces.
Magic maces. Oh look, they fit
Nice.
together.
Oh,
Scroll down
I was
further.
about to say, if you go down further, it's a staff. So there
They
you go.
fit
Nice.
together.
There you go.
But
Alright.
it breaks into 2 pieces.
I'm
That's
sure.
even
I'm sure
cooler.
everyone at home is very interested in us talking about a picture they can't see. So,
Yeah, I mean,
After-
we've got an audience of Jeanette, so we're good.
after that, you got the sword hilt.
Yeah. So I guess let's so Mr. Tafari, sir, We were talking. What were we hoping that he could help us with there?
We were going to go to the portal where old Hydra's trying her crap, and he would use his temporal magic to do what he did with his home nation and put it into a temporal vault, preventing her from ever leaving it. So if she does come through, she'll be trapped in a time bubble that she can never escape from.
Yeah.
Yes, but there's a
Yeah, pretty
underwater drake that we have to fight before we can get to the portal.
The Drake shouldn't be a problem.
It depends. The
We
ferry,
can plane shift
how
past
big
the
was
Drake.
the island? Oh, that's quite large. Yes, he can do the island.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
So we don't even need to actually.
He shifted
the
his
Drake.
entire country
I mean, there's nothing
away.
left living on the island.
Wait,
I mean-
if there's nothing left living on the island, what's preventing us from just collapsing it?
I mean, that was before I was nerfed.
Because
Like how you
collapsing the island will not kill Ohydra.
Eh,
She's made
I'll
of
help out.
fucking water.
I stole
Wait,
some
wait, wait,
sparks
wait, wait,
from Nickel Sparks.
If you can
Sure you
plane
did.
shift objects, Baron,
Sorry.
and
Take-
technically islands,
An island isn't one object.
You
I
know,
like
you know,
what you're
you
thinking.
can't. You know, you can't with an island.
I like what you're thinking, but there is this caveat that most islands are connected to the planet.
Yeah, it's not
I
I
floating.
can't really plane shift planets too well. I've tried. It gave me hernia.
Oh.
That was really not good for a while.
TMI, Baron. TMI.
Like I had to
You keep fucking kicking me.
so I had to sit in this upside down position for a
I like
while.
to think this is still in character.
You keep kicking me, Baron's like dancing around while he's talking, kicking Dagger.
Talking about his hernia really legit.
All right, so how do we get to this Toro?
And give me your hand, and I will plane shift us all there.
Trust me.
Okay,
Grab my hand.
my hand.
We still haven't slept.
Fine.
Nope.
Teferi, time bubble. Let us all sleep.
He casts Demiplane. You all clearly see it's like their version of Demiplane.
Azra's wanted to cast that for so long.
Back in the ancient days, we used to be able to make our own planets and planes.
Varth puts down the jar that he was hiding in last time and turns into liquid and goes into the jar. Good night.
Nice.
I don't think I've taken you to one of my plane that I created for it when I was
No,
doing
you
that.
haven't. You noped out one day and you said you went to one, but
Yeah, somebody robbed it.
And on, we'll have everybody take a long rest.
I summon
And-
all my cats and I sleep in a cat pile.
That's adorable. And I guess we'll end it there tonight.
So much cat
and I
butt.
guess next time we're going back for old Hydra with Tafari with us.
Yep, taking the
Oh,
battle
boy.
bus. Let's go.
We are going to end the plot thread from level 4.
Yeah.
Jesus, was it level 4 when we were there?
Yep.
Yep.
Wait,
Well, yeah.
he can revert
No, it was-
things in time, right?
It was 5
No,
because
we're not going
Azra,
there.
Azra had
Couldn't he reverse the time on the island
You see
from
him,
before the breach?
conveniently enough has a cardboard box that says time traveling junk, and it's just in a shelf in the garage that he never touches.
He's like, it takes a lot of energy.
But
I'm
all
not
right,
as
so
young as I used to be.
on that note, anyone got any plugs before we call it a night?
Nope.
tomorrow, Waterdeep.
Yes.
Tomorrow,
You
Waterdeep.
guys are.
In Waterdeep, I think.
Yeah, no idea. I think
Waterdeep,
we
I
are.
think.
We have a lot of things going on. Okay, there is a cleric of Bane that wants us to go do a job for him, but we're like, we don't trust him because
Oh,
he's
yeah,
a
to the
cleric of
moon.
Bane.
I mean,
Yeah, we're gonna go to the moon for the cleric of Bane that we don't trust because we have to for reasons.
Just see this
Uh,
ranger lady, and she's like, "Oh hey, you can't touch the immortal sun." No.
And
Yeah.
there's also there's a lot. There's a lot going on. We might have bits of one of the rings of winter in us or something. It's
Oh, dear.
yeah.
Boy.
that
Yeah.
sounds
It's a whole
complicated.
thing.
And then Friday. Do we have another Friday yet before PAX?
No.
Yes. So
Thanksgiving
next
Friday.
next
I was gonna
Friday
say,
is
next
week we'll
be able to.
corruption.
Actually,
Is next weekend?
we might have a
Okay,
retroverse.
we'll-
We'll need to confirm it.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
It is the holiday for us Americans called We Eat Lots of Food.
Yeah,
Or Thanksgiving.
pretty much.
Yeah. And is PAX on the day of the next Trackless game?
Yes.
In which case
Yes.
we're not playing.
Yes.
Yeah, sadly.
All right, that was my next question. Was where does PAX fall in all this? But
That
the
is
week after next.
the weekend of December 6th. So,
got it. Okay.
all right. On that note, thank you everyone who watched live and watches later.
Yeah.
And we'll see you
Follow
next
us
time.
all. We'll see you guys next time. Ciao.
Bye.